Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Adam Green here with No More News. Thank you all for joining me. Huge show today, Thursday, December 18th, 2025. Tons of stuff to cover. Might not be able to get to all of it today, although I'll do a long one. And if I don't finish it, I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to be working hard to complete the book over the weekend. May get it completed over the weekend. We'll see how it turns out. I can't make any concrete promises quite yet. But huge show today. Going to be discussing some more how the anti-Semitism hammer is dropping. More because of the conspiracy kooks. And just another day in Zion, breaking down the Zionist Twilight Zone that is unfolding. It's going to be biblical, as the Q-tards would say. And the Q-tards and the Grace Kooks would say. So, a beautiful thumbnail today for the show. Put a lot of effort into this one with some of the stars and clips we're going to play today. But first, on some Trump news, the long-awaited rescheduling of marijuana from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3, controlled substance with legitimate medical uses. In other news, Trump talked about this in the beginning, but we're getting our bread and circus. President Trump announces the Patriot Games, 4-day athletic event featuring one man and one woman from each state in the U.S. territory for America's 250th birthday. We got our Olympics back. We got our dulling. With the legalized marijuana, the conspiracy kooking probably explodes. I wouldn't doubt that there's a correlation there. But let's hear what he has to say about this news, which really technically, if you're going to be scientific, this is the right move. Let's see what Trump says about it.
Signing an executive order to reschedule. Today I'm pleased to announce that I will be signing an executive order to reschedule marijuana from a Schedule 1 to a Schedule 3 control substance.
We did it, Ian! We did it, Ian Carroll!
Medical uses. We have people...
We did it, Danny Jones!
Begging for me to do this. People that are...
We did it, Joe Rogan. We did it. Dude, now everybody's going to expand their minds. You ever been on the internet on weed, man? Yo, dude, did you see? It's like we're in a movie. Grab your popcorn. Smoke your joint. And watch Ian Carroll expose the latest conspiracy du jour.
Great pain. For decades, this action has been requested by American patients suffering from extreme pain, incurable diseases, aggressive cancers, seizure disorders, neurological problems, and more, including numerous veterans with service-related injuries. And
I think it's all
Americans
true.
who live with chronic medical problems that severely degrade their quality.
All the Christian conservatives are kvetching to go, it stinks.
Today I'm pleased to announce that I will be signing an executive order to reschedule marijuana from a schedule.
But probably, will this have a dulling effect on the nation? I mean, people are already dumb enough. I don't think this is going to help most people. But hey, man, Elon says we're getting our universal basic income. So people are just going to be on Netflix, scrolling on social media, getting their AI-targeted propaganda, program brains, while the Zionist technocracy and the fall of Edom unfolds. All right. Trump gave a speech yesterday. And one of the things I read about the weed thing is they're saying a lot of alcohol companies are going to now start mixing weed in with the alcohol. So perfect suppressant for the masses. You want to dull the masses, make it easier. Not that they're not already doing it, but you want to dull the masses even more. Let's make it fully official. Tucker Carlson was wrong with his prediction about Venezuela. Trump declaring war on Venezuela last night.
Announced. And so here's what I know so far, which is that members of Congress were briefed yesterday that a war is coming, and it'll be announced in the address to the nation tonight at 9 o'clock by the president. Who knows, by the way, if that will actually happen? I don't know. And I never want to overstate what I know, which is pretty limited in general. But
so 2 suspected Russian agents always pushing, hyping the war with Venezuela, which might come. I remember in Trump's first term, he appointed Abrams, not Larry Abrams. What was the guy's name? Trump's first term, in charge of like overseeing regime change in Venezuela. Larry Abrams, Trump, Venezuela. Let's see what it says. It was this big Zionist neocon, Elliot Abrams. There we go. Named special envoy for Venezuela. That was 2019, Trump's first term. Looks like one of the characters out of one of the bankers in Harry Potter almost. That image.
A member of Congress told me that this morning.
So wrong. Wrong about demons attacking you. Wrong about evolution being fake. Tucker, I think, is a professional disinformation agent. That's what I think at this point. Maybe Candace, too. Probably Alex Jones, too. They're all trying to groom Fuentes in as well. Oh, wait, I forgot, guys. Powerchat.live/no more news. It's pinned to the top. The link is pinned to the top of Rumble and Odysee where we're streaming. And link is down below. Let me get that turned on. Let's smash the goal today. Smash it every day this week. Let me know you want me to keep doing streams every day. We did 2 yesterday. Did like 4 hours of stream yesterday. Shout out Amalek for joining me last night. We covered a lot of Candace stuff. We have some more Candace stuff. I missed some of the very best clips I wanted to cover, and there's some new ones with her circus, her spectacle. Okay, we got it turned on. I guess we haven't had any yet, too. All right. Oh, I had something else with Tucker. Where is that? Tucker being wrong about everything. Here it is. Let's see.
We inherited a mess.
My life is a kind of unbroken chain of bad predictions and embarrassing analysis.
Is Trump going to start a war in Venezuela?
Nothing's changed.
Members of Congress were briefed yesterday that a war is coming, and it'll be announced in the address to the...
Venezuela are communists, right? I'm guessing they're probably good allies with Russia, and now we're fighting over oil in Russia. So they're pushing, they're hyping, oh, America's going to war, America's evil, right? So that Russia could keep their hands on the oil. That's my guess. I haven't looked fully into it, but I'm guessing that's probably right. That's the angle here. That's what my gut is telling me.
The nation tonight at 9 o'clock by the president.
Well, I think the message this evening is we inherited a mess, and we've done a great job.
Yeah, the war may still be coming, but no, I thought the war was coming, so.
And we continue to. We inherited a mess, and we've done a great job, and we continue to. And our country is going to be stronger than ever before very soon. Thank you very much, everybody.
I've been wrong so many times, and I will be in the future without question. My life is a kind of unbroken chain of...
Okay, let's see. I want to see where Tucker is saying that... Ian... Oh, I never saw this.
The bracelet thing.
Yeah, the bracelet game, dude.
Bracelet game. So...
Okay, I didn't realize it was 5 minutes, but I want to see this later. Okay, let's see. I got to go to Tucker, Candace, latest, because I want to see him talking about... I guess I could look for it. He's confirming. Tucker confirms the planes are real. The debunked planes are real. The Jimmy Dore show. All these suspect Russians. Why does everybody that I suspect as a Russian agent, they're all shilling Bondi's a false flag. They're all shilling the Charlie Kirk thing. They're all doing the Christian controlled op conspiracies. They're all doing. It's like the opposition, the controlled op is run through that faction. That's what it feels like. Okay, what is this? Moving on to the hammer dropping on anti-Semitism. Here's a new one from Shmuley saying, again, which they believe this. We're Amalek, we're Esau. Anti-Semitism is like gravity, a law of nature. It's in our DNA. Talk about a blood libel. They cry blood libel while they blood libel us. That we hate them for no reason just because they're chosen and we're jealous and they have the birthright.
Unlike Europe, where anti-Semitism is almost ingrained in the DNA of European nations, ingrained in the DNA.
He said almost.
And the Holocaust.
But this is what they think.
Pogroms, auto-da-fés, inquisitions, expulsions, crusades, etc. Australia has no such history. Unlike Europe.
And what they're saying now, they're hyping this now. They're hyping the Christian anti-Semitism now. All the Nazi stuff is exploding now because this is the narrative. This is the narrative that it's unfolding. This is the plan. It's been allowed. So they can roll out the full technocratic AI like beast system and have the justification to have their hands on all of it. They had to let a little problem arise. And they let it happen. They had the ADL and these Jewish groups have had the algorithms and big tech on lock, and they didn't just like let it get it out of their control. What a horrible day to have eyes. True. Remember, Josh Hammer also said Jew hatred is inherent in the European DNA. Inherent in our collective DNA. Talk about blood libel. The Esau hates Jacob narrative.
No one ever liked the Jews. Because it's in their DNA, as Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai says, Esav sonel Yaakov.
Hey, Sean Hammer, you want to say I'm a shill because I point out obvious Putin simps that are all promoting the same disinfo? Fuck you, get out of here. Oh, if you notice things, you're a shill. Come on, dude. These people are a joke. And they're Putin hacks. Is it not obvious? We've proven this.
And the Rambam says that even though Esav, sometimes he doesn't know why he hates Yaakov.
They don't even know.
He still hates him. The Goyim
Just the law
don't
of
really
nature.
know why they hate you. They don't really know. There's many Goyim that their whole life they've never even seen a Jew. They've never seen a Jew. But you tell them, Jews, I hate them, kill them. But you never saw one. What did they ever do to you? No, they're the worst people in the world. They destroyed the world. But you don't ever know one. The reality is, Rabotai,
oh, we know them.
Esav sonel Yaakov. Esav hates Yaakov. This is a fact that is no different than gravity. It's no different than all of the other laws of nature. It just is.
Here's the Rebbe of Chabad doing this. Oh, and we got a Chabadnik, Trump appointed a Chabadnik in charge of the new anti-Semitism envoy. Who could have saw that coming? Esau hates Jacob.
Hate you. People out of anti-Semitism.
Oh, it's irrational. It's baseless. They're liars. They're evil. And then all of these people give them that. They play that role, that villain role, that stereotype. And the hammer's coming. Here's pro-Israel activist tells Fox News that Bondi Beach is what happens when you allow hate speech to go viral. So they're using this for the crackdown in hypothetical, 100% real. I think it's real. I think it's really happened. I don't think any of these supposed false flag claims have any legitimacy. They're all baseless, fake AI lies.
Me up from the Abrahamic Matrix. I've been watching you for a while now, and over time I've realized your worldview makes the most sense. Thanks for what you do.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I agree. I think it does make the most sense. So Fox in 2025, the pre-crime system they want to set up.
We have done many of them on this show. I mean, this is something, we talk about this.
I remember this one.
Israeli Special Ops veteran Aaron Cohen, along with the Chabad of Bel Air, Rabbi Chaim Mentz, and founder of LA Mom Magazine, Sharon Yadigar. Thank you all for coming on. Sharon, to you, I don't know.
Yes, I celebrate Christmas.
Common Sense was talking about globalizing the Intifada, and I think we're seeing it. What do you think?
It's not nativity scenes.
This is what happens when you let hate speech go viral like a cancer. We saw it on college campuses. We've seen it in Australia for the.
Yeah, this has not, as if this doesn't have anything to do with Gaza and Israel versus Muslims. And it's hate speech, and they need to use AI to censor the internet. And I just kept saying, just wait for another attack. There'll be another attack. They don't have to stage them. It's just people snap. There's a percentage of people out there that are just going to snap and try to take justice into their own hands. And even when they do that, it still even actually benefits, and it's counterproductive and benefits them even more.
past 2 years. They say kill the Jews, gas the Jews. Hitler didn't finish his job. And it's failed leadership. We've seen that no one's holding them accountable. What we need to do is make sure that we don't allow hate speech turn into actions. This is the deadliest attack that we have seen in Australia.
Yeah, I'm sure memes made this guy go do this.
As you know, I'm building Gideon. It's an AI threat detection platform for law enforcement. We got
biblical name,
across 6 states.
Aaron Cohen.
One of the
Israeli special ops
pieces of behavior that Gideon is flagging daily by the hour is suicide ideation. The reason why suicide by cop or death by cop is
one state. The Kirk shooting is not clearly fake. Go watch Kooky Candace. Go on TikTok to all the viral videos when it's owned by Jews for your slot.
$5 on Rumble. Adam Green is right. Excited for the book.
That means
me too, man. 2026. Hopefully it's going to be big.
And that makes that attack that much more
okay, he wants pre-crime. We've covered this before. They're Gideon shit. Here's Jonathan Greenblatt on calling X a cesspool. Calling for censorship.
Look, we've seen the conversation course, and we know that, right? So, again, it started in the 2015-16 campaign with candidate Trump, and we've seen a deterioration now on both sides of the political aisle. There's no more shame. Social media has made this even worse. Places like X are a cesspool where the worst instincts, our basest impulses actually get reinforced and drive clicks. So that helps to create and condition the public to think, hey, it's okay to attack people because they're Jewish, to demonize people because they look different.
So, Jonathan, is it too much to say
it's not about
this is
looking
a growing
different
epidemic without a vaccine?
My problem with Jews is not looking different. Talk about such a bad framing, such a disingenuous framing. Oh, it's everybody just because we look different. Just because I look like Nosferatu or whatever that character, that Dracula character it is.
Look, it's interesting, right? There is no sort of cure, I think, no vaccine, no
Nosferatu.
Inoculate ourselves from intolerance.
I need to see that.
It requires relentless attention. It requires education. It requires engagement, and our leaders need.
It requires full spectrum war.
White tribalism sent $5 false flag, but moo Jesus he to savior. Rabbi Jesus, please save me.
Yeah, everything's a conspiracy, man, but Jesus, and it just happens to be all the Christians most of the part pushing all this kooky shit.
$5 on Rumble.
Thank you, buddy.
Diversity when whites get attacked equals good. Diversity attacks on Jews equals bad. Thinking nothing ever happens is a good way to end up a victim. Stay vigilant, white man.
Yeah, we're going to play a clip of the other Jewish congresswoman from Florida. What is her name? Schultz? Debbie Wasserman Schultz. They ask her about, like, is Islam a threat? And she says white people are a threat. Of course, they'll spin this.
To lead. Again, you're doing it on the show by talking about it.
Right.
We need more people to lead and to say, by the way, on the left, they need to call it on the left like John Fetterman is doing.
Right.
On the right, people need to call it out like Ted Cruz is doing and to say it's not okay.
So here's what's most disturbing about this, though. There's a generational divide.
Yeah.
And this is not just about supporting Israel.
Yeah.
As you know,
Thunderstorm 9 sent $5 on Rumble. Eeyore is a fictional character from Winnie the Pooh books, not a people silly rabbis.
Eeyore. I don't get that joke. I'm sorry. It went over my head a little bit. I'm missing the reference, maybe. Is Eeyore supposed to be a Jew? Is that the point? I'm not getting it.
I knew it was a joke, Mikas. I just didn't get it right away.
Sorry, did everybody else get that one? Am I late to the party? Eeyore is a fictional character from Winnie the Pooh, not a people, silly rabbis. You're saying Eeyore is a people of Jews? I'm confused, dude.
A lot of problems with what Benjamin Netanyahu has done. This is not about that. This is about hatred for Jews. And for some reason, on the far left among younger Americans and on the far right among younger Americans, there is open hate for Jews. Some of the most conservative people I know are putting the siren on top of their car and saying, hey, We conservatives have a problem with anti-Semitism among the young here.
Right.
We've got to do something about it.
Yeah.
And so that's right and left.
Look, I think we've got to credit people like Erica Kirk, who called it out on that CBS public town hall just the other day. We need more people in the conservative room to do exactly what you're saying. It's starting to happen, and that's a good thing. Because when the Heritage Foundation sort of launders Tucker Carlson, all of us lose, right? The American public loses when this kind of hatred of a small minority becomes normalized and becomes like political props. It's really unconscionable.
And when it happens on college campuses on the far left,
100%. You need the same relentless attention. Being bigoted against people because they pray differently or worship differently, wrong. And again, holding all Jews responsible for policies you don't like of the Jewish state, wrong.
I'm not worried that you pray differently. I'm worried about what the religion is and entails and what you do because of it. It's not because it's different. I'm not mad that you worship Yahweh because I worship Odin. It's not because it's different. It's because what it is.
You can't hold Chinese Americans responsible for what Beijing is doing.
Right. Oh, that's funny because he also says 98% of Jews are Zionist or 98% of Jews support the state of Israel. So being anti-Zionist is like genocide. He says that, but then he'll go, you can't blame Jews for what Israel does. He tries to have his cake and eat it too. We need a splice up of those two clips.
For policies you don't like of the Jewish state, wrong. Just like you can't hold Chinese Americans responsible for what Beijing is doing.
Right.
If social media taught us anything, it's that if we wait until the harms are obvious, we have waited too long. Colleague explains how we can analyze the failure of social media to combat anti-Semitism when shaping the future of technology. Now remember, Trump's Israeli-born Chabadnik rabbi anti-Semitism czar who's about to be confirmed. I had a clip of somebody, Ted Douche was pushing for him to be confirmed. I knew that. I'm surprised that they haven't been screaming for that already. They're waiting for it to get super bad, I guess, before he swoops in. He says, we have to protect every Jew worldwide. And then the other day, the clip from Chris Menahem.
Zorn Dare Edom sent $5. Notice how patently obvious their narrative formation process is. The entire media is a scripted Jewish spin machine.
I know, dude. It feels like we're watching a movie, man. Are you not entertained? Anyway, he says we're going to have a whole division dedicated to battling anti-Semitism on the internet. They've already got tons of organizations doing that have been doing that. This is a ruse. They're in charge, the masters of the universe, like they said at that Jewish conference. And just recently they were like, yeah, and I think it's him. He says most of the big techs are Jewish.
The president is sending a very strong message. The president is sending a very strong message. Think about it. Ironically, I get off a plane. I am the president's representative, and I am walking off with a yarmulke, and I have kosher food, and embassies will have kosher food. It is a game changer. The appointment is a game changer, and it's not about history.
It's not?
Don't
worry, we're not making history go away.
And how do we educate? Indonesia has 350 million Muslims living in the country. How do we change their textbooks? How do we hold the people in Gaza accountable that if America is paying for UN textbooks and supposedly the changes are made, why are those textbooks not being used and why are they using their old textbooks? We have to teach people it's not okay to educate your kids to be a martyr. Okay? And we have to hold those countries accountable. How do we battle?
What's wrong? What's wrong? Hey, their religion's different. I thought you have to allow people to worship their different religions. Now you have a problem with Islam and their martyrdom?
Everything is fake. People
it's their
and
religion.
Christians have a huge overlap. Is that because they are retarded?
Yep. Gullible and susceptible to disinfo and delusions. So they're going to change Islam's view, their religion, and Christianity, and they're going to control what Christians think Christianity is and what Islam teaches their kids. But people just hate Jews because they pray differently. Do you see the double standard here inherent in this?
Countries accountable. How do we battle anti-Semitism?
I think they all should be banned.
The internet. How are we doing better on algorithms? What companies can we work with? We are going to have a whole division within the office of the Special Envoy to combat anti-Semitism that is going to work on
a whole division.
On Rumble.
Thank you, Jitsu.
Whites attacked and killed on trains nearly every day and not a single headline. Jew gets his jacket pulled and it's a national headline.
So true. Absolutely true. Nobody could dispute that.
Technology and working with the greatest leaders.
Liam, thanks, buddy.
Liam Jarrett sent $5 on Rumble. Thailand and Philippines or whatever needs the Robert Maxwell school books.
Yeah.
You gotta buy from a Jewish publisher. You can't boycott Israel.
You can't teach a kid. Are we going to control what they teach their kids in their Talmudic yeshivas? Oh, are we going to police what their rabbis teach the little Jewish boys in their synagogues?
Oh, we're just praying different.
Technology, many of whom are Jewish and have offered their assistance. The office is going to be...
Many of the big techs are Jewish and they've been collaborating with the big techs. And it's not just X, I'm telling you. It's TikTok, which now they bought off. Or they forced to sell and corporate takeover, hijacked. But Instagram, we're going to do a whole stream called Debunking Instagram Christian Disinfo because I have so many bookmarks in a folder. It's the most viral stuff on Instagram is the kosher Christian controlled ops. I'm going to show you and do a stream on it.
Revamped entirely to be one of the highest profile offices in the State Department because that's what the secretary wants and that's what the president wants. So we are going to have a very, very strong mandate on education, on protecting people, and how are we able to make a huge difference in combating what goes on.
White tribalism sent $5. Can we label the Abrahamic faiths as a mental illness and ban them all? And this Jew needs to lose some weight. He's breathing too hard.
Yeah, he's a little gluttonous for Hashem. Good point.
Thunderstorm 9 sent $5 on Rumble. Can a rabbi explain how Europeans are Edom when Edom is southeast of Israel?
Oh, it's symbolic, actually.
No, they say that Rome embodied some of the aspects of Esau. That's one of the explanations. Another, they started relating Rome with Herod, who was part Edomite, and he was the client king of the Roman Empire. So they started associating Rome with Edom because of Herod. That's another explanation I've heard. So, but no, they admit, I'm pretty sure we've seen rabbis admit that we're not really actually the descendants of Esau, or Esau in Edom, which I 100% don't believe. I think that's complete bullshit. I don't even think Jacob and Esau existed, number one. Edomites might have been a real tribe of ancient times, but it ain't Northwest European Celts, I'll tell you that.
And is sending a very strong message. Europe. Think about it. Ironically, I get off a plane. I am the president's representative, and I am walking off with.
Oh wait, we played this one already. Hold on. And interesting enough. Small world. This guy Yehuda Kaplan, Trump appoints as the anti-Semitism czar, initially got connected to Trump through Sheldon Adelson. So another Adelson, Chabad, Trump axis. And now Dershowitz, who appeared in a Chabad Lubavitch documentary, actually, and has gotten Chabad awards and was Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer, Alan Dershowitz. Dershowitz says we can do it, Adelson. We can have a Jew coup and have Trump for another term.
We'll get around the Constitution and we'll make Trump the emperor of Edom. I think we could do it. Dershowitz says we could do it. Adelson says we could do it. Bibi says we could do it. Trump wants to do it. The Q-tard Trump MAGA sheep Adelson. Want him to be dictated.
You want to come up here? Come up here, Miriam.
This was just
Miriam
yesterday.
gave my campaign indirectly and directly $250 million. She was number one. When somebody can give you $250 million, I think that we should give her the opportunity to say hello. And Miriam, make it quick, because $250 million is not what it used to be. Okay? Hello, darling. Come on.
It's enough to buy you off, apparently.
A great husband, a man that loved Israel.
Is she hot? I wonder what she looked like when she was younger.
Mr. President, when you were in the Israeli parliament and you gave a speech and you saw me from far away, you called, and at that time
Let's see, Miriam Adelson Young.
the parliament just to hear you. I wanted to hear you alive. And then you say, Miriam Adelson, and I stood for a second, but it was so painful, so I sat. Then you screamed, Miriam, stand up!
Yo, thanks, Indomitably.
$50 on Rumble.
Appreciate
Hail, Adam.
you, bro.
Glad to have you back.
It feels good to be back. I needed it. This is like my therapy.
And I wish you would have known, but I stood up and heard all your compliment, and thank you very much.
I saw you back there standing.
Yeah, you saw me.
She stood
Thank
up
you.
bravely.
And
Looks like an Israeli supermodel. Just
Alan
kidding.
Dershowitz, and he said the legal thing about 4 more years, and I say, Alan, I agree with you, so we can do it. Think about it.
Alan's
and I
here
would be,
someplace.
We can do it.
Oh, he had a flight.
All the Jews start chanting, 4 more years. Shabbos Goy Trump.
Think about it.
Bannon, who groveled, we played the clip in one of the recent streams. Steve Bannon, who groveled at the Zionist Organization of America, to Adelson.
Birch Bond sent
Also
$5
pushing for third term.
Or hyvä joulu, as we say in Finnish. Welcome back from your homeland.
Happy Yule to you, too, Finland. Shout out, Finland. My Viking bro, Birchbone. Love to hear it. Love my Euro bros.
Maybe I will be the first one who told you, or second. Yeah.
She said, think about it. I'll give you another 250. But,
I will give.
Dude.
but her husband, Sheldon, was an amazing guy. And he'd
To
come
flaunt this in our face, as they do, and then go, oh, you're just anti-Semitic for noticing that Israeli actors are buying off your president.
to the office. And there was...
Imagine if this was China or Russia or any other country. If it was like some Russian oligarch was like, I'll give you $250 million, Donald. Just keep doing everything for Russia. We'll buy you off. It would be the end of the world, but because it's our Judeo-Christian allies, they get away with it.
Nobody more aggressive than Sheldon. I think I spent more time with him and you, because you usually came up together, but he'd call and say, can I come over, please? I say, Sheldon, I'm president of the United States. It doesn't work that way anymore. It's like maybe tomorrow. How about tomorrow? No, please, just for a little while. And I would, he'd always say 10 minutes. It turned out to be about an hour and a half, right? And what he did is he fought for Israel. That's all he really fought for. He just wanted to take care of.
All he really fought for.
To take care of Israel. So he was a great guy. He was a fantastic man, and he loved you so much.
Yeah, you can buy off the president and a bunch of other congressmen, and elections all over to fight for a foreign country. Nothing wrong there. Hey, we're gonna make it illegal for all the goyim to notice it too. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable. What was I going to show too? Oh, I could do the Adelson. All he cares about is being a good Zionist and a good citizen.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Adelson in Chabad. Adelson funds Birthright too. Oh, I have a clip of Ronald Lauder saying that he was a one-man State Department for the state of Israel. It's all right. We'll make Trump the Moshiach, and we'll make a book of we'll write a Jewish book about you, Zion Don. The Book of Trump, a biblical book, the tractate, Moshiach Ben Fred Trump, Moshiach Don. Funny how Chabad is in tight with Dershowitz. Chabad's in tight with Sheldon Adelson.
All we care about is being good Zionists, being good citizens of Israel. All we care about is being good Zionists, good citizens of Israel.
And then they sit up here and they gaslight. And they say that, You're not allowed to talk about dual loyalty. The anti-Semitism hammer is the IHRA definition, right? Here's a thumbnail from 2019. Accusing Jewish citizens of being more loyal to Israel or to the alleged priorities of Jews worldwide than the interest of their own nations. Look at that cringe thumbnail. Ooh. Meanwhile, dual loyalty is actually a good thing. Jewish Daily Forward. Donald Trump gets in the Knesset and goes, I ask Miriam, do you love Israel or America more? Which is it?
All we care about is being good Zionists, being good citizens of Israel. All we care about is being good Zionists, good citizens of Israel.
There was that Jewish European lady that just recently said, like, to be a Jew, you have to put Israel first. Like, which is what Herzl said, the founder of modern Zionism, also said, right?
When you think about the State Department definition, which seeks to codify what anti-Semitism is, the State Department definition claims that stating that a particular Jewish person has more loyalty to the state of Israel than they do to their own country is necessarily an example of anti-Semitism. Where the truth is that that's one of the fundamental premises of Zionism. And if you go back and look at the statement, say, of Theodor Herzl, who's wrote really what's considered the founding text of Zionism, he argued very clearly that Jews are one people, and therefore it's useless for them to be patriots to the countries in which they reside. So there's times when a statement like that is contained in the definition of the State Department would actually undermine the founding premises of Zionism itself.
Yeah, so there's something that they're obviously doing, and many of them obviously have, like the ones buying off our president, and then they say that it's illegal and you're not allowed to say it. Well, they flaunt it in our faces. Talk about a catch-22, right?
Such a consistent supporter of the Jewish people. Before I began...
Jesus
sent
AIDS.
$5. I'm kind of tired of being ruled over by desert goblins and surrounded by mongoloids.
Well, then you're Amalek. Be a good Noahide slave and deal with your destruction, or you're Amalek. Louder says the head of the World Jewish Congress says, Brother B, thank you,
Brother
buddy.
BD sent
You're
$5
so
on
great,
Rumble.
Brother B.
Owner of New England Patriots Robert Kraft has the Blue Square Alliance that monitors the internet for criticism of Israel and Zionism, labeling it as anti-Semitic. I just sent it to your DM.
I got that clip in just a second.
An unholy alliance between the left and the Islamists. An alliance which has...
Playing that in just a second. Hold on. And then we'll get to this, Bron.
I want to say thank you to Miriam Edelson, who has been such a consistent supporter of the Jewish people and the state of Israel. But I cannot talk about Miriam without saying another word about Sheldon. Sheldon was the greatest influence the Jewish people had in the White House, not only in Trump's time, but in Biden's time and all the other times. He was the person, a one-man State Department for Israel, and we can't say enough about him.
So this guy that's buying out, we're letting the one-man State Department for Israel buy off our president and have them appoint in all of their people. Remember the tweet, Trump in 2012? He said, little Marco Rubio. Adelson's going to buy off little Marco Rubio to be their puppet. Trump still has the tweet up. They just don't give any fucks at real Donald Trump. Watch, we're going to find this. Adelson, maybe if we just search Adelson, it'll come up. There it is. Still up. Sheldon Adelson is looking to give big dollars to Rubio because he feels he can mold him into his perfect little puppet. I agree. Who's the puppet now, Trump? 2015. How a decade changes things. The one-man State Department, Sheldon Adelson, dual loyalty's a trope. We're going to play the Robert Kraft thing too, by the way. I have that, Brother B. Here's the one I was looking for. Melanie Phillips at the Zionist conference. God, they give us so much material. There's so much material and clips for the show. They have a conference every week. The rabbis are spouting off every day in their videos. It's impossible to even keep up with all of it. Here she says, diaspora Jews, the Jewish people and the Jewish nation first.
To fight, you need to know and love your identity. Israel gets it. Now, diaspora Jews need also to realize you are not just Americans with Judaism added on. In Britain, they're not just British Jews with Judaism added on. They are part of the British people, you are part of the Jewish people and the Jewish nation, and that should come first.
Hey, Jews in America, in England, in Europe. You're Jews of Israel, and that should come first, she says.
Nation, and that should the Jewish people, the British people you are part of the Jewish people and the Jewish nation, and that should come first. First and foremost, you are Jews. Everything else is secondary. To fight, you need to know.
Welcome to the real world.
That's such an important clip. Such an important clip. Meanwhile, they're trying to pass hate speech laws that we can't talk about their due loyalty to Israel. I just can't with this. Barry Weiss coming for social media as well. And that's why she did the big Erica Kirk interview, to point out all of these Charlie Kirk truthers. You kooks are going to be used for the justification. Targeting and abusing a poor, grieving widow. With your kooky Candace Owens, Stu Peters, Q-tard tier theories. And Ian Carroll, pizza delivery driver, mental illness.
He was murdered 3 months ago. If you go on the internet, and if frankly it is leapt beyond the internet.
Imagine if Europeans were as tribal as that. I know. Yeah, we're not allowed to.
He was murdered 3 months ago. If you go on the internet, and if frankly it is leapt beyond the internet now into real life, and you talk to many seemingly sane people, they do not believe that the 22-year-old named Tyler Robinson that has been arrested and charged with his murder is the actual murderer.
When the Jews are running the biggest CBS news organizations around the world, like Barry Weiss, and they're hyping up, these anti-Semites just blame Jews for killing God and hating Jesus. And all of these, attacking the widow and these false flags. And, they're using AI images in Bondi. And it's just blood libels and tropes and kooky conspiracies. It's because this is the game plan. This is the playbook. And you're losing. And they win because of this. How is this not obvious? You're the mark. Christians are the mark. They're the pawn. That's the term for it. They're the mark, and they've fallen for the trap.
They believe any number of theories. They believe that Erica Kirk was his Mossad handler and that he was killed by a foreign government. They believed that she was tracked by Egyptian planes. They believe that the rings on her hand are signs of Illuminati. The theories themselves are absurd. What matters is that, because she speaks about this in the interview, the brain rot that social media is allowing to spread, the way that it is detaching us from humanity, from our ability to talk to one another and our ability to discern the truth from just out and out lies, is something that is incredibly important as a theme, I think.
That's what
The algorithms are destroying America.
Oh yeah, Ben Shapiro too. They all know the talking point.
The algorithms are destroying America. This is my informed view.
Sounds like it should go.
Yeah, I mean, there we go. Don, look at us come together as soon as. So the reason I say this is because the TikTok and X algorithms in particular program for virality.
Yes.
And so they are programming for what is the strongest. Response, the strongest emotional response. Absolutely can be manipulated by outside actors. You've actually seen quite a bit of this on both TikTok as well as X. But people who are then in the real world use that as a substitute for polling. For example, so you see politicians, and if they get a lot of retweets, they think what they're saying is popular, and then they do more of it. And so you'll see it bleed over into the real world. Trends that you would never get if you just walked around and talked to normal humans suddenly start popping up when you talk around with normal humans because they've been watching it online and it's been really, really pushed. And so, when people say, how do we get back to normal? My first recommendation is to do something that actually is the opposite of what our industry should be saying, which is get offline. Like actually turn off your phone and go to a place with actual human beings.
Iron Pilled saved $10 on Rumble. No yarmulke on my bald ass head. You guys know the drill. Donate and support the man. Thanks,
Adam. With the upping it to the $10 shekel challenge. Dollar shekel.
Brother BD sent $5 on Rumble. The man Barry Weiss hired to anchor the CBS Nightly New converted to Judaism and had a circumcision live on TV.
It sounds like parody, but it's true. Sounds like parody, but it's so true. I also heard that they were having layoffs, but then one person wrote like a crying letter to her about how she's a big Israel supporter, and they let her stay. Fired everybody else. Cleaned house.
With those people. And, this is where I make my non-religious pitch. Everybody needs a form of Sabbath. You should get off your phone on Friday night. You should get back on your phone on Saturday night and just be completely disconnected from everything that's going on and be in a place where everybody who is,
I feel like everybody's disconnected from the internet right now. Maybe it's because the holidays are coming up. It feels like people are dissipating from the internet. Unless you're Candace Owens, Ian Carroll, or Nick Fuentes. Or OnlyFans.
Bonding over values and over shared things. That the more online we are, the more polarized we are. And I think that's been the opposite of the way that we viewed politics for decades in the country. The more informed you are, the better the electorate's going to be. And it turns out that because our informational ecosystem is so polluted and because it is actually programming to the id inside all of us, what that means is that probably the more time you're spending on X or the more time you're spending on TikTok, maybe the less informed you are, and also the more polarized you are, and the more out of touch with reality you are.
That's true. People think that they live on, I have a producer who lives on Twitter. And every time I ask him for something, he goes to Twitter. And I said, do you ever do research other than Twitter?
Like touch some grass.
Yeah, touch some grass. But I do, it's interesting that, Ben, you say that because I do every single day. I tell people, because I go live at 10 and 5, and I tell them between that, they can be informed without being inundated. They can read. And until then, I tell them, until I see you at 5 o'clock, turn the TV off.
Nice podcast plug, bro. Here's the news segment of Robert Kraft. Dude, there's so many different Jews and organizations doing the it's like the anti-Semitism industry has got to be like billions of dollars.
Kraft's personal mission is to make people aware of hatred toward Jews and others around the world.
I see these things everywhere.
His office scans the internet on this giant screen, searching for signs of anti-Semitism online.
I hate you because we're from different neighborhoods.
I hate you because you look different.
Dude, what's with these straw mans? I remember when this came out, I covered it. What's with these straw mans? My problem with Jews is not looking different. Everybody looks different.
Commercials during the Super Bowl. Kraft's vision is to make the Blue Square campaign reach as many people as possible.
We can look at a particular university campus and see what's happening there. We can
There's Frodo.
That and know how hate is being spread on that campus, so we can provide that intelligence to the administration of that campus.
Then there's the story about the rapper from a hardscrabble neighborhood in North Philadelphia. Meek Mill was in a Pennsylvania prison when he reached out to Kraft.
I asked him when we got on the phone, I'm like, you should come see this. You should come see how it is.
I've never been to a jail.
First time.
First time, and it was an amazing experience. It actually changed my life going to it.
After Mill was sent back to jail for a probation violation, Kraft paid him a visit because he thought the sentence was excessive.
Do you think the Reform Alliance can help a lot of people?
Oh man, they're getting the black on boards.
Probation for
Black's on board.
People who don't deserve to
Meek Mill, is that the one that Trump pardoned too?
Be on probation.
The two went on to help launch the Reform Alliance, targeting the probation and parole system in America.
Oh, great! So the Jews are the conservatives are always kvetching about all these criminals released. They say it's leftists and Soros people, but now it's Jared Kushner and his prison reform and this apparently. Wow, this is on Fox News too.
It added value in rooms that people couldn't really hear because you see the newspapers say Meek Mill got locked up for a probation violation. You see that he did bad, lock him up, but they ain't saying probation violation. I'm riding a motorcycle and. Yeah, I popped the wheelie.
What I hear you saying is that you wanted to give people a second chance.
Well, a second chance.
He's Diddy's hoe?
Also a first opportunity. I know how I grew up and the opportunities available to me as a young...
So anti-Semitism, I didn't know what a twist.
I want America to stay vibrant and good.
Good. Touchdown in Israel. He flew former NFL players to Israel, hope they become ambassadors to the state of Israel.
If they've had the experience we hope they've had here, that they'll become ambassadors to the state of Israel, the city of Jerusalem, and talk about what a great country it is. If they've had the experience.
At NAACP, Robert Kraft and Meek Mill talk Black-Jewish relations. Look at this. Debbie Wasserman Schultz is asked, what's the greater threat, Islamophobia or jihad? And she says, young white men and Trump?
Oversimplify. What is the bigger threat to America right now, American values, American life? Islamophobia or jihad?
I think we have to focus, quite frankly, on, if we're worried about the threat to American values, on the person who's in the White House. I mean,
wow.
We have a president.
Come on. Really?
No,
is that where we're going? Come on.
Yeah, I'm going there because we have a president who has completely undermined our democracy. I am concerned about anti-Semitism, whether it comes from Islamic extremists or white nationalists or the left or the right.
The people killing Jews right now, though, around the world.
Okay, but no. The Tree of Life shooting, that was not, and that was the largest at the time killing of Jews, since the Holocaust, and 11 Jews, and that was an.
So we're not allowed to. We're not allowed to oppose Islam. They can kvetch about Islam all they want. But then when white people want to do it, she goes, no, you're the problem. Wow. All these Jews are like, all the Islamicists and jihadis, I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe in London. I don't feel safe in Europe. I saw there was some Jews that wrote a note on their business and they said, well, we made Aliyah to Israel. All these Jews are like, oh, we're going to have to flee to Israel. We're not safe in America or the West anymore because of Islamic terrorism. Palestinian terrorists, right? That's the narrative. But then if we ask a leftist Jew, hey, what was the question? The threat?
What is the bigger threat to America right now, American values, American life? Islamophobia or jihad?
I think we have to focus.
She knows the answer and she won't answer it. She switches around and blames white people. Good for nothing.
That was the largest at the time killing of Jews, since the Holocaust, and 11 Jews, and that was an anti-Semitic white guy.
We can all agree that the overwhelming threat to Jews right now in the world comes from Islamic terrorism. From October 7th.
No.
What
we can agree on is that there is overwhelming anti-Semitism and that young people are growing up in this country. Many young...
This is the discourse, fighting over exactly the specifics of how bad anti-Semitism is.
Men are growing up in this country who believe that Jews are the problem for everything.
All these ghouls. I should have put her in the thumbnail.
As a member of the Jewish community, I really ask you to let me finish my...
One as well, but
yes,
go ahead.
I get it, but let me finish my...
Oh, they're both Jewish, of course. Extremism battle.
It is absolutely unacceptable to just oversimplify the problem with anti-Semitism right now and paint it with a broad brush and say, you know what, if we just deal with radical Islam, then Jews...
So what, you want to crack down on white people because of this?
A president of the United States who supports white nationalism, who has he had dinner with Nick...
Okay, but I'm thinking about who is marching... But hold on, but who is marching...
Oh my God. Oh, actually Trump's the Nazi. Actually Trump... And the Christian nationalists are the real. This is the where we're at in the discourse and the debate is who's worse, the evil Esau or evil Ishmael? Tonight at 9, Ishmael or Esau, which is the greater threat to Jacob? That's the whole conversation right now. That's good. I don't need more see through it all here, but I think he'd like that one.
Carlson's anti-Semitism.
What is the bigger threat?
And then we got this girl at stopantisemitism.org going mask off. We're like, Google and SEOs and ruin your life, and you won't be able to get a nanny, and criticize us, and we will destroy you.
We created consequences.
Here's the mask off, the Stop Anti-Semitism lady.
From our founding, Stop Anti-Semitism has operated on one guiding belief. Anti-Semitism thrives when there are no consequences. So we created consequences, a lot of them. This is what pushing back hard looks like against the tidal wave of hate that has consumed the United States and global population.
Remove your wigs. The doors. I say locked and bolted. Locked and bolted.
We will shine a light on you that, thanks to Google and SEO, will follow you for the rest of your life. When you look for a job, when you look for a spouse, when you look for a nanny, when you look for anything.
Resist them and they will destroy your lives. That's the message here. Criticize them in any way, in any capacity, and they will wreck you.
Will always be documented, again, thanks to Google and SEO. Today, Stop Anti-Semitism, I'm proud to say, runs one of the most robust anti-Semitic enforcement operations in the United States, monitoring campuses, digital networks, activist groups, and public officials, documenting incidents in real time and mobilizing millions of people, of allies that are quietly by our side.
Your disgrace. Miserable witches.
Who's seen this movie? It's called Witches.
Anti-Semitism is not activism. It's
you can't. There's no activism against what their agenda is at all. Their wars, their influence over our politics. They're coming after our freedoms like free speech.
$5. You do great and important work. Had him never get to black-pilled. I know it's hard sometimes.
Oh, I've been black-pilled forever, guys. You want to know the truth? Black-pilled forever. All I know is my karma is clean.
Bigotry, and it will cause you to lose your job.
Everywhere I look.
Yeah.
I see the
And disclaimer, I don't actually think she's a witch or an alien or a reptilian or any of those things. But she sure is as ugly on the inside as she is on the outside.
And anti-Semites.
This is the woman, by the way, that 5 years ago posted my YouTube channel and my website and told all of her followers to go that I was a Jew hater and that I should be flagged and banned. And then I was banned, and then she bragged about it.
Learn, sometimes for the very first time in their lives and history, that targeting Jews will come at a price. And together we can ensure that Jew hatred never goes unanswered again.
So just like Debbie Wasserman Schultz shifted and deflected this attack onto white people, what are they doing in Australia? Oh, it's hate speech and racism and white supremacy and gun laws that they need to stop. Netanyahu's threatening and making demands and all this stuff also on Australia and other countries.
Today I'm announcing a significant number of additional actions to build on the plan. Firstly, the Attorney General and Minister for Home Affairs will develop a package of legislative reforms to crack down on those who spread hate, division and radicalisation.
Hate.
The National Security...
They're too busy locking up white guys in Australia that this guy was able to travel back and forth to other countries and get all these weapons and do this attack unanswered for 10 minutes. It's just such a joke. Hate. We need to come after more hate speech. Hate. I hate the way they say H's. Hate speech. Hate.
The committee has agreed that changes will include the following 5 points. Agreed changes will include: 1, aggravated hate speech offence for preachers and leaders.
H. They even say the letter H. H. Backwards, outback people.
Violence. Secondly, increase penalties for hate speech promoting violence. Thirdly, making hate an aggravating factor in sentencing crimes for online threats and harassment. Fourthly, developing a regime for listing organisations whose leaders engage in hate speech promoting violence or racial hatred.
So a Muslim attacks some Jews and they're enacting all these laws. No conversation about Muslim immigration to Western countries and blowback from these wars in the Middle East. That's not on the table. No, it's hate speech of the white supremacists and the anti-Semites. That's what they're rolling out with. It doesn't mean it's a false flag. Real or not, that's their agenda, and that's what they're going to take advantage of in this situation. Hate speech.
And fifthly, developing a narrow federal offence for serious vilification based on race and or advocating racial supremacy. The Minister for Home Affairs will also have new powers to cancel or reject visas for those who spread hate and division in this country or would do so if they were allowed to.
Division.
The East Safety Commissioner, the Special Envoy and the Department of Communications will work together to provide online safety advice to address anti-Semitism.
Online safety advice.
I'll have more to say about the government's response to Sunday's atrocity, including on gun control, and I note that New South Wales is moving on that next week.
Dude.
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
Look at some of this AI slop. These Anon account AI slop are going to be used to justify the crackdown on AI, are going to be used to justify these new algorithms. Like, look at this. The name mask. Thank you.
Names sent $5 on Rumble. How do these politicians, especially the white male politicians like this guy, look at themselves in the mirror without getting sick of the tyranny and betrayal they're imposing on their own people?
Probably they don't care because they're rich and they're made men. Maybe they're blackmailed. Maybe they're just bought off and complicit. Maybe they're Christian, sincere believers. Maybe they just think the Jews are the good guys because they see all of the deranged, kooky stuff online about Jews. Maybe that. Reclassify the Bible as hate speech. Excuse me, guys. I'm getting over a cold. Still getting over the flu. But, like, here's one of them. This account says, look at this, 26,000 likes. Modified the picture of this guy. It's so easy. You can put in a picture, you draw a little line around it in Photoshop AI, and you say, remove bandage, and post it and go, look, he didn't know he was being photographed. The bandage was suddenly gone. No wound. We deserved all of this. We are still too retarded. This account says they're a parody account. So I guess they're satirical parody making fun of dumb goyim. And dumb conspiracy theory. It's probably a Jew in Tel Aviv, Hasbara, injecting all of this disinfo everywhere that all the gullible goy fall for. 26,000 likes. Dude.
I always wonder how dumb this goyim sometimes can be.
Maybe he's like Trump. He heals quickly. 11,000 likes. This account is not even as big as mine, by the way. 79,000 followers. Clearly AI modified, but people, I guess, don't care. They're just gullible and have no discernment. Just like the other AI image they created about this guy. And then they get to go around and cry and play victim and say, look at these evil liars making stuff up. And then they get away with the real things. Is that not too obvious? Look at how stupid. Tucker Carlson's, it says blessed father. This is his brother, right? Buckley Carlson. DC refugee, son, brother, uncle. Bucky Carlson is Tucker's brother, right? Not his son. I know he has a son too, but look at how stupid he is. He responded to this. Facts only. 18,000 likes with this fake AI image. And he says, no bruising or even cornstarch crystals. What is that? 4th day in hospital and counting, on par with open heart surgery. Falling for this slop? Boomer Facebook meme. I know this is boomer tier goy slop. Okay, let's see. I got more. We got more. We're not done. Chuck Schumer. You know, speaking of the goy slop, before we get into all this anti-Semitism, where are we on time? An hour. Wow. I have to pee, so it feels like longer. I've had to pee for a while. I've got some of this latest stuff with Fuentes, and let's skip to the Candace stuff, because we can do the Fuentes Christian controlled op stuff anytime. Watch her hustle, bitch. 222,000 followers. I seek the truth. Watch her face. What does her face tell you? We were covering this last night with Nemor Amalek. Yeah, thank you, Martina. The look when someone brings up the name of someone that has tormented you and your family in a public way to a point of gang stalking. That's the face she makes.
Thunderstorm
65,000 likes
on Rumble. This reminds me of Soviet occupation. Soviet victims' advantage was being humongous.
Oh, playing the victim status is huge. And especially in a Christian, like moral, sympathizing world, in a post-Christian or Christian world. Dude, this gets 25 million views, 65,000 likes.
Main peddlers of these conspiracies.
Because she does an angry face and says stop when Candace is brought up. I will go pee.
We were told I am on this journey to figure out what happened on that day. I'm not going to stop unless Erica Kirk asks me to stop. We were told that if we said stop, they would stop. And we said stop. And I'll say it again. Please stop. That's it.
We'll see. And instead,
Please stop lying. But as soon as she tells me what it is I've lied about, I will cease lying immediately.
Oh my God, they've been answering all your shit. She is such a fraud. I played the clip last night.
Seeing the clips, but Erica has gone off on conspiracy. Okay, super fun show.
This was her reaction after Erica said stop. She said the only thing that'll make her stop is Erica telling her to stop. She begs her to stop. And then this is her reaction.
Okay, super fun show today. You're probably seeing the clips, but
super
Erica
fun.
Has gone off on conspiracy theorists. Obviously, every journalist out there is emailing me because
it's all about me and it's so much fun and I'm making so much money. I'm getting so much attention. 300,000 people watching my live stream.
It's about me. It's indirect,
about me.
But it's also about me. And don't
I'm
worry,
the hero.
in case you think it's not about me, she is going to name check me on stage with Barry Weiss on Saturday. How do we know? Because our mommy sleuths be everywhere. And they
mommy sleuths. Her tip line and her mommy sleuths. In the armchair, soap opera, true crime, murder mystery, conspiratard audience that she mostly got by being boosted by YouTube and still allowed on YouTube. While everybody else got banned, her and Ian Carroll still allowed on YouTube. And from her audience, she picked up working for Jews at Daily Wire or Christian Zionists and Jews at Daily Wire and PragerU. She is a vile, despicable, disgraceful, even evil human being.
Everywhere. And they recorded the town hall today. And as soon as the town hall concluded,
John
we got a
DeRitis
flutter
sent
of
$30.
emails.
Everyone follow me on Instagram. It's called John Mixes. I'm trying to break the algo with the Savage Rabbi clips. I want to make the masses aware of what the tribe has planned for them and that it all stems from their death cult religion.
I saw that. I told you guys to get on Instagram with me. John's already, I was on Instagram this morning sharing a bunch of his mixes. They're getting more likes than any of my posts. And I think he's got 1,000 followers. I've got like 3.5 or something. But yeah, everybody get on Instagram and just like and share and comment on all of the Green Pill Network's posts. We need to get on Instagram. We have to combat all of the kosher disinfo and conspiracy kooks that's exploding on Instagram and TikTok. John, share your link in the chat. You can share your link in the Rumble chat, right? Everybody follow my Instagram too. Most people in the world are on Instagram, actually. Almost nobody's on Twitter and everybody's on Instagram. So everybody needs to get over there. Get in the info war. Spread the clips, spread the mixes.
And what she says about the Egyptian planes, I'm sorry, not going to lie, it's a little suspicious. It's weird.
Oh, my
it's a
God.
Weird response.
It's weird. It feels weird. Yeah, her response to my kooky Egyptian planes theory that makes no sense at all. It's kind of weird. I feel like it's weird. I had a dream that it was weird. There he is. Follow John on Instagram, guys. It's right there in the Rumble chat.
And
me. No more news.
Go there. Okay, super fun show today.
Super fun. Everybody's talking about me. I know I said I would stop, and she said stop, but I'm not going to stop. If Erica tells me to stop, I'll stop. Candace, stop. No, actually, no. You can't control me.
Team is amazing, and my favorite date is. It's just I trust my team. My team is amazing.
Mocking Erica.
And my favorite date is April 24th because it's not too hot and it's not too cold, and all you need is a light jacket. Like it feels fake. I'm on CBS.
She feels fake to me. You feel fake to me. You feel like a disinfo agent to me. Your whole career and brand feels fake and astroturfed and counterproductive and controlled op to me. Just asking questions, man, feels weird. Pretty sus.
With pre-packed questions and Barry Weiss, and I obviously have rehearsed this answer. Normal passion, not this like chat GBT feeling. That's what it is. It feels like we're so rich, you don't have the right to think. Okay? We are rich enough.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Stop thinking, Candace. Stop asking questions, Candace. She's like accusing them of being involved in murder, not exactly asking a question.
To remove that. So stop thinking. The elites are here. It feels elite.
Follow Brother B on Instagram too. Yeah, if everybody follow each other. You'll see.
That's why I hate this. It feels elite. Even getting questions ahead to me.
She's married to a lord that's worth hundreds of millions. It feels elite to me. She's the biggest streamer on YouTube and has never been banned. Feels a little elite. Charlie spoke to me in a dream, but though
pairing answers feels fake and gay. It's just
it feels like fed slop and fake and gay. It feels. Instagram is goy slop. Here she is celebrating that Charlie Kirk show has fallen in viewership. Yeah, because Charlie Kirk died. They got a big bump after he died, and now maybe it's gone down a little bit since then. The star of the show died.
And we announced, or it was announced today, that Charlie Kirk's show, which they are continuing, and which once upon a time enjoyed the #1 spot on Apple Podcasts, has now plummeted, right? This is a tweet, breaking news.
And I'm #1 now. Oh, I guess you're the real hero. You're really saving the world. Really bringing down Mossad. Candace, great job. And then we played all the clips yesterday. She gets pressed by Piers Morgan, and she has nothing. She has nothing but attitude and head bopping and finger waving.
The Charlie Kirk show has crashed in the rankings.
She has nothing but paint the nails queen attitude.
Rankings falling to number 94 on Apple Podcasts, even though it routinely held the top 10 spot in the past and even reached number.
Yeah, Liam in Rumble, not the regular Liam. Liam's bum. Charlie's still alive. Yeah, he's totally not dead, man. That was a CGI video everybody saw from 10 different angles of his neck exploding. Totally, yeah, man, he's still alive. Dude, what do you... I'm only talking shit because I've never seen this account before. Are you one of the Fed bots like Candace claims? Is anybody that's making fun of her or calling her out?
When Kirk was alive. The reason for that is simple. It is clear. People are telling you how they feel, and they feel that you are not being honest. They feel that they are not getting truth.
I feel you're not honest. I feel you're a moron. Dude, look at her. I need to go see Avatar. The new Avatar is out. Something reminds me I want to go see the new Avatar movie. Can't put my finger on it.
From the very people who keep trying to market themselves as his closest friends. And I'm saying marketing intentionally because it feels as though they have transformed into a badly run PR firm from the early 2000s, where you try to use celebrities to influence the public. You get Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake to wear your denim, and everybody just then starts wearing denim. Right. And I will add on to this that I certainly myself am compelled. And we announced, as you mentioned several times,
Candace Owens is confronted. What is going on here? Candace is confronted directly by an audience member that she promised to stop if Erica told her to stop. She said it clear as day. So what does Candace do? She lies, claiming Erica didn't tell her to stop, but to stop lying. God, don't believe your lying ears, Goy. Did she say, Candace, stop lying? Keep conspiracy theorizing. Keep searching for the truth, Candace. No, she didn't say stop lying. She said stop. You lying hoe.
Butterfly writes,
you lying prostitute, grifter.
If Erica asked you to stop, you would, in fact, stop. Will you honor her request? Please stand by your word and honor what Charlie left behind. Prayers to you. I was very clear here. Erica asked me to stop lying, and I will immediately abide by that request. Candace is lying. What do you want to say? Please stop. Please stop.
So she's not lying. You see, she's not lying because she really believes the mental illness. Because she really is retarded. So it's not lying.
Stop lying. I understand. I comprehend. What I don't comprehend is what I've lied about. Have I made errors along the way? Yes. But as soon as she tells me what it is I've lied about, I will cease lying immediately. I am on this journey to figure out what happened on that day. I'm not going to stop unless Erica Kirk asks me to stop.
We're told.
Okay, we saw this already.
I will cease lying.
Cease lying. Watch Candace flips from praising Erica to suddenly attacking her.
She's his wife. What is a wife? Everything she said on stage, pressure that is on her right now is that he any of that.
I can't handle this. This is too long. That's too long. Erica Kirk goes scorched earth against people attacking Candace.
Hyper.
Okay, hold on.
Easy.
This is the one I haven't
Birch Bone
seen.
sent $5. Nick was right about Candace.
Birch
If
Bone.
she wasn't a groomed goy for the Daily Wire, she would be arguing with the Walmart clerk with frozen steaks stashed in her purse.
Yeah, I have a clip of Nick talking about her. I'll play that one while I go to the bathroom because I've seen it. But, oh, yeah. Well, but by the way, while Nick was standing for Candace and trying to suck up to her to get on the platform, get a signal boost, while he was standing for Candace, I was suspicious from her for day one. But he is right in many of his criticism of her and Ian Carroll. You know, by comparison, Ian Carroll and Candace are so bad, it makes me think Nick is reasonable in comparison.
To put it simply, if Candace were not doing this, this would not be happening. If she were not going live cynically every day exploiting this, it wouldn't be happening. No one else would be doing it. And there would be no hysteria and paranoia over this. People might have some lingering doubts and questions about the assassination. People would be eager to see the case against Tyler Robinson and what the evidence is. People would still be talking about it. But no one would be connecting it to Brigitte Macron. Nobody be taking it there. Nobody be talking about Egyptian planes and maroon shirts. Nobody be motherfucking Erica Kirk and Turning Point USA. This is just her. Like, she's doing that unnecessarily because it feeds her ego and it makes her richer. And it's hurting the country. It's hurting the conversation. It's setting back the credibility of anybody that has ever doubted the FBI, actually, on anything. Because it's so reckless. And it has to stop. Somebody's going to have to put an end to it. And like I said, I'm going to watch the stream on Monday. And listen, a lot of people don't have the resources or the brain power to do this. If Turning Point is not successful, I'm going to put it together and I am going to blow a gaping fucking hole in her credibility that she will not recover from.
Okay, I'm back. She's always been a net negative, too. I called it from day one. It's the Frankists, or it's the Catholic conversion, or it's Synagogue of Satan, or it's the Christ is King, right? All of her talk, or it's the Khazarians, or it's the Talmud, but not the Torah. Every bit of it is a net negative with her, and I was calling that since day one. I called her out when she's a Zionist, and soon she started criticizing it, I was already saw the red flags and knew it was going to be bad. I'm going to have to try to find and dig up an old stream when I first covered her on that and show that that's what I was calling it.
I will tell her entire story that nobody knows. Her spook-ass, weird husband. I'll tell the story about her donor, who is a Scientologist. I'll tell the story about Rebecca Mercer. I'll tell the story about how she was suing people for racism and doxing conservatives.
Everybody knows about that. What do you mean?
A giant hole in her credibility.
Nobody knows about that.
Never be able to put back together because this has to stop. It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. We can't have Candace Owens be the leading voice of the conservative movement in the right wing in internet podcasting. Can't be Joe Rogan, Tucker Carlson, Alex Jones, and Candace Owens and Ian Carroll. We're cooked if that's the situation. Or Dan Bilzerian or Andrew Tate. We're cooked. Stu Peters. We're screwed. No chance. Dead on arrival. Non-starter.
The whole
set up to fail.
Being held hostage by this ridiculous black narcissist. This idiot. And that's what she is. It's a shame. You know, I really admire Tim Pool. He's really, I don't, there's no love
we don't need to do
lost
the rest of
between
this.
me and Tim
But
Pool.
we do have a part I wanted to watch. He was on with Alex Jones yesterday. And they were talking about Candace. But we got some more Candace stuff I want to get to first. Here's some of the latest theories.
Have been wrongly implicated.
About the bullet.
Simply put, and I'm going to say allegedly here only because I did not speak directly to Dr. Lee Trotter. But I very much have verified and trust this source. Simply put, never once did Dr. Lee Trotter say that Charlie's neck was stopped. Charlie's neck stopped a .30-06 bullet. It's actually hugely embarrassing for any surgeon to have said something like that.
I called that. I said his Christian friends probably made it up to make it sound like a cool miracle or something. Oh, the magic! Everybody's like, oh, magic neck, Superman bulletproof neck. They were all joking about it. I'm like, dude, that's just like some stupid thing they said because it didn't go through and hit anybody else. They're like, oh, it stopped inside of him. Oh, it's a miracle, right?
It's hugely embarrassing also because we're being told that, like, you know, he's violating HIPAA to get this information out there in this very high stress situation. You're actually accusing him of being not a professional on top of also kind of being an idiot. And you can imagine that's put a lot of undue stress on the surgeon's family, as many of them have been wrongly implicated in a cover-up. Like the absurdity of such a narrative. Oh my God. If you're going to put something out there, there's going to be...
Her audience has been harassing the surgeon, apparently, and his family. And now she's saying it's not their fault. It's this guy's fault because he said the surgeon said something about the Superman neck. So dumb.
Flack that comes...
I love how all these conspiracy kooks like Candace are like, the trial hasn't even happened yet. It's a cover-up. I don't believe the official story. There hasn't even been a trial yet. There's immediately from day one, hours after it happened, Ian Carroll was like, well, Charlie dedicated his whole life to Israel, but they killed him anyway. Israel killed, like, he immediately did. He said Israel killed him, and then they're just making up whatever bullshit they can and trying to look for, pretty weird, man, looks sus. I don't know if I believe the official story, bro. Kind of fed sloppy. Just asking questions. Like my mustache.
It's upon the surgeon, the other doctors, the nurses. Are you involved? Did you try to get Charlie Kirk killed? Were you involved in this, in staging this? Why would you say that he ate healthy, right? And there's no doctor or surgeon that would say something like that. So to restate that, the quotation that Andrew Colbert shared on his X feed is not a direct quotation from the surgeon, like at all. Rather...
Look at what the guy said. It was an absolute miracle that someone else didn't get killed. They're trying to like look for a silver lining, for like a positive aspect of it. Like the angels were watching over Charlie. Only Charlie took the bullet to be the martyr. It didn't go through and hit anybody else. His bone was so healthy and the density was so impressive that he's like the man of steel. It should have just gone through and through, and it likely would have killed those standing behind him too. The coroner did find the bullet just beneath the skin.
On Rumble. After 2 years of genocide, Erica's still siding with Israel is very telling. She seems more concerned about her Shabbat Shalom tour and anti-Semitism, not her husband's murder. Her photo with Yair too?
She's carrying on her husband's work. Charlie Kirk was the one opposing anti-Semitism all the time. Charlie Kirk was the agent of Israel. Charlie Kirk is the one that wrote the book on celebrating the Sabbath, on observing the Sabbath, I should say. She's carrying on the work of her husband. It's not surprising or suspicious to me in the slightest that she would do that. Trying to carry on the legacy. She's trying to make as big of an impact with the loss of her husband that she can. You think You think Charlie cared about 2 years of genocide and she did? Do any of these other Christian Zionists do that? Still siding with Israel is very telling. In her mind, she says it too. In her mind, it's a bunch of schizophrenic internet anti-Semite grifters that are attacking her and her friends and her family and disrespecting the death of her husband. Like, that's probably the way she sees it. She seems more concerned about her Shabbat Shalom tour and anti-Semitism, not her husband's murder. How is she going to change her husband's murder? She's a Christian. She already forgave him, and she's trying to cope with it. She's not bringing him back to life. Staying at home and crying all day isn't going to bring him back to life. But is she going to want to fight as hard as she can and do all these difficult interviews to try to carry on the torch of her husband? That makes perfect sense to me. Her photo with Yair, too, Netanyahu's son. Are we pretending that Charlie Kirk wasn't the biggest Zionist like out there? You think that's suspicious? As if Charlie wasn't a huge shill forever? No, White Falcon. Sorry, you've been watching too many Russia shills. I think too much Candace with these suspicions.
I'm the surgeon, like at all. Rather,
White Falcon says most women don't act like this 3 months in, though. Just saying. Most women weren't married to Charlie Kirk and had him assassinated in front of everybody.
what I was told is that what the surgeon communicated very clearly to Andrew, and yes, it is absolutely true that the surgeon, Dr. Lee Trotter, hunts, so he does have experience with bullets. What he communicated is that it was likely a frangible bullet that was used. Now, for those of you who don't hunt, maybe don't shoot, and you're not familiar with that term, frangible, like what's a frangible bullet? That refers to a specialized ammunition that is designed to disintegrate into powder upon impact with a hard surface. So it essentially reduces the risk of a ricochet. Instead, the bullet...
White Falcon, thank you, by the way, for the dono, but I completely disagree. I don't find any of those things you said suspicious in the slightest.
Fragments. Makes it safer for close range training. It's not like the traditional bullets that are created to retain mass. Now, key part there is it eliminates the risk of ricocheting. Well, Andrew also told us that the bullet did ricochet. So what we
clearly it did
is a conflict of statements.
Wait, conflict of statements. Oh my God. She's trying to like get out her microscope and look for any little thing, thing she can grasp onto.
Thunderstorm 9 cent.
And be like, that doesn't feel right.
Kirk is still alive, living rent-free in Candace's mind with a lot of room because it's empty.
Dude, if heaven was real and ghosts were real and Charlie was looking down from heaven, he would be seething about what Candace is doing and proud of his wife for the way she's been handling it. That's what I think. That's from a husband-wife perspective. If I were him, that's what I would do.
We are told that Andrew Colbert was flying blind, put up this tweet, said that the bullet ricocheted downward into his stomach, whatever.
Dude,
and I am telling...
okay, Miss Sherlock Holmes. Okay, armchair detective. Okay, wine mom, internet, tip line sleuth. Just some people, everybody with internet access and a microphone and a podcast is just not smart enough or honest enough or has enough rationality and logical thought to do serious investigations.
On the other side of this, we have people who are close to the surgeon who say he said no such thing, and rather he said that it was likely a frangible bullet. What are we to make of that discrepancy?
I already explained it. So exactly like I said, it's a type of bullet that would more likely get stuck inside and not exit. That would come down from an angle. It would hit the skin. It would start to, like it does in the gel, start to turn a little bit, slam against the back like it did. You saw his neck thing go out. And then go in and fuck everything up in his chest cavity and go like that. And he's dead in an instant. No big theory. But Ian Carroll, the Uber driver that dropped out of high school. Yeah, man, he's really figured it out, man. The gun's not real, dude. He's just a patsy, but he's not saying anything about it in court. No, a leftist would never just try to take a shot at an influential conservative. Never, bro. Only Mossad would do that. What do you believe, the Fed slop? Trust the official story? Come on, dude. I blew up on TikTok a couple years ago and just started talking about Jews, man. I'm the authority on this, bro.
It was a lot. There's a lot going on. Okay.
This is her talking about her meeting with Erica.
Know if they were going to be open. I didn't know what Erica's energy was going to be like, if it was going to be more of an argument, if there was going to be legal threats. You guys were telling me not to drink water, so I didn't drink water. Well, I brought my own water, but I didn't drink that water too. It was a lot. There's a lot going on, okay?
Why did you not drink your... just to be extra safe, she didn't drink the water. Because, they would poison her and kill her and nobody would bat an eye and be suspicious. Yeah, he was. Ian Carroll was on Roseanne, going, "Yeah, we just got to believe in God, man. Oh, it's just the Satanists and like the real anti-Semites and the Satan worshipers that ruin everything, and we just got to believe in God, man." Yeah, to be safe, not only did she not drink their water, but she didn't drink the water she brought too, just to be safe. Dude, I cannot handle how stupid this is.
Water, but I didn't drink that water too. There's a lot. It could be legal threats. You guys were telling me not to drink water, so I didn't drink water. Well, I brought my own water, but I didn't drink that water too. It was a lot. There's a lot going on, okay?
A lot going on.
Not know.
Oh my God.
Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God!
I need help. I'm going to need some of this reclassified cannabis to deal with all these low IQ idiots. Maybe you didn't need it to get on their level, to cope with the pain, medical necessity to deal with all these Christ cucks.
Determined that his life could not.
Here's some more of the latest theories. She's just not stopping. She's not going to stop the grift.
Allegedly.
No autopsy, bro. Dude, they don't release all the evidence that they have to internet podcasters. They have to have the trial. They have to collect it and have it for the case. They can't mess up with the jury stuff. Like, were you born yesterday? Breathe, Adam, breathe.
Charlie gets transported to, I know I keep saying this wrong, Timpanogos Hospital. He's raced into surgery. That is confirmed. All of that is true. The conspiracies around that can be shut down. He was raced into surgery. He did still have a pulse.
Oh, so you were wrong about that. Everybody, another lie debunked.
And when it was determined that his life could not be saved, and after his next of kin, obviously Erica, was informed, so Erica's not in the hospital, to make that clear, something strange happened. The surgeon wanted to do what he always does, right? He wanted to clean Charlie up before his wife got to the hospital. Except he was blocked by federal officers who were already at the hospital. They stopped him from being allowed to return to the operating room. This allegedly got him pretty fired up. It's never happened before. It's inappropriate. It sounds inappropriate for federal officers to say, I know you just came out of there from trying to save his life, but you're not allowed to go back in the operating room. I'm on orders. No one's allowed to access this body. And this doctor's pretty connected. Been around a long time, has a lot of contacts.
Pretty connected. The doctor, pretty sus. Oh, I connected him to these things. Oh, look at this. I think the doctor's in on it. Come on.
Thorsrune sent $5 on Rumble. She was worried they were going to give her the Stu Peters snake venom water.
After the meeting with Erica Kirk, Stu Peters is saying, Candace got the call. Let's bring on the body language expert. Candace is sold out and got the call, got the 7,000. Dude.
Ridiculous. I'm going back in there. I want to make him presentable for his wife to get here, yada, yada. I'm paraphrasing here. You can imagine the scene. And so he doesn't take no for an answer. And he places a phone call. I am assuming
this sounds like a word salad of
Odysee, but said
baseless
it was
speculation.
A phone call to someone political.
Like she got debunked. I saw how she got debunked. And she was like, oh, this guy, the shooter climbed up the roof like Spider-Man. And it's like, oh, actually, it's very easy to access the roof where he was at. No Spider-Man required. So she just runs her mouth. And the wine moms and the conspiratards just lap it up.
And somebody who was very high up, who then ordered the feds to stand down.
Oh, dun.
Just to make sure that Charlie looked good enough for his wife to see him. Kind of weird.
Oh my God, that's the Ann Carroll move. Oh, they didn't clean him up yet enough to see him. Like this, she's just mindlessly babbling and then goes.
Who then ordered the feds to stand down.
Total
and
stand
to allow
down.
him to do what he had always done, which is to make sure that Charlie looked good enough for his wife to see him.
Okay.
Kind of weird. Weird because we are in manhunt hours. We're talking
kind of weird.
2.5 hours.
Feels weird. Just asking questions. This is literally what they do. This is all they have. This is the best they have. And then just they get what they say one stupid thing, it gets debunked, they move on to the next, gets debunked.
Hours, maybe up to 3 hours after Charlie got shot. And the feds are not just at the hospital trying to take cameras down from inside the hospital, as we learned they seized the cameras on that day, but they're also blocking the surgeon's access to an operating room. Shouldn't you be outside racing to find who the killer is? Like, what are we doing here?
Other people were looking for the killer. You want the surgeon to go run and look for the killer? What is she even saying? Everybody's saying she's so stupid, just they don't want to hear it anymore, but I agree.
The surgeon's access to an operating room? Shouldn't you be outside?
They didn't need it. He was dead. He was pronounced dead. You don't need a surgeon. Goes to the morgue and gets cleaned up.
Racing to find
or to do an autopsy. I bet you the autopsy's coming out too. It'll come out in the trial, I'm sure.
Find who the killer is? Like what are we doing here? What are we actually doing here? There's a process. Why do you need to guard this body from the surgeon who tried to save his life?
This is just amateur brain rot. This is what this is. Please spare you. I'm almost done with it. She's saying all this on YouTube. It's like the most viral topic on TikTok and Instagram. Yeah, as soon as they do show the autopsy, they'll just be like, "Well, how do we know that's real? It looks fake. Oh, look at this thing about the other." They'll just keep going. It never ends. They just keep doubling down.
But there's more. Okay, honestly.
But there's more.
What I'm gonna tell you more is
tune in next time. Dun dun dun. Tune in next time for the Charlie Kirk, the Chronicles of the Conspiracy, the latest conspiracy du jour of Charlie Kirk. Who did it? Was it Erica Kirk? Was it TPUSA? Was it Netanyahu? Was it Bill Ackman? Was it Josh Hammer? Was it Adam King? Was it the man in the maroon shirts? Was it the, what is it? Jim Carrey. Was it the man with the black hat? This is so funny. An account on Rumble, Why Am I Amazed That I've Never Once Seen in My Life, says, I'm through with Adam Green, folks. He's either stupid or in on it. Bye-bye forever. You've never been here before. Why am I amazed? I stare at this chat every stream. You're not in here. You've never been here before. We're not falling for it. So stupid.
like I said, should not say explosive. I should say it's not explosive before you can catch your breath on the information.
Yeah, that's it. The mask. It wasn't me. It was the one-armed man. That's the one I was... Good mind. Me and Instigator are like this. That's it. It wasn't me. It was the one-armed man.
I've just given you. I'd also like you to hear the very super interesting story.
Super interesting. It's so having so much fun. All about me. Super interesting. Very mysterious.
Of how which I will now refer to as the non-smoking gun, was actually discovered. I love the details. I love
now she has a new theory that the gun wasn't shot off because the bomb-sniffing dog didn't find it or something like that. She is such a kook.
No, it wasn't me. It was the one-armed man.
Dude, that's pretty wild that the way I described it, Instigator got it. Dude, he got the reference. It must have been my impression, my attempt to remember it, huh? That's what did it. Unbelievable. Tucker Carlson, Kooky Carlson is
ever heard
egging this on. Russia Today has been egging this on and boosting this.
Recently, Candace said that Egyptian registered aircraft were following Erica Kirk, Charlie's widow, around.
And that is real. That's real.
Places in the world. That's one of the weirdest things I've ever heard, and I just want to say that is factually true.
That is true.
That's true. So
I had my team look into it. That is true. She is right. You know who else was egging on Candace? Dugan. Alexander Dugan was also promoting it. Dirty Rick Sanchez. Rick Sanchez is promoting the theory too. right? There you go. RT host.
That's one of the weirdest things I've ever heard. And I just want to say
Jimmy Dore, another one.
That's true. So that's
dude.
Like
he's either CIA or Mossad or Russia or Qatar. Something is going on with him, undoubtedly. They're doing it is the show. This is the mainstream alternative media clown show. We need a meme thumbnail, all of them as clowns.
That's true. So that's like the one data point that I happen to know is true. What does that mean? I have literally no idea. I can't even guess, but that's very, very strange.
And can't even guess. Yeah, it means nothing. What is an Egyptian plane supposedly following Erica Kirk for years at airports, which people looked into it? This is complete bullshit. This is more Candace kookery. There's no there. What would an Egyptian plane have to do with the assassination of Charlie Kirk? How does it even fit into the plot? They don't even say. Pretty weird. They just poke out something that doesn't exist and goes, pretty weird, but I mean, it's sus. So it's like, we can't, JFK, so like, we can't believe the official story.
That could mean aircrafts from Egypt. Who knows?
I think that they were registered in Egypt.
Got it.
And but that fact is true. So that fact is true.
Recently. You're wrong again, moron. Wrong again. Here's a little bit more on the
Candace said that the Egyptian
planes from Liz Wheeler.
Not too long ago, just a couple of weeks ago, Candace said that the Egyptian planes hold the key to solving Charlie's assassination. Now, you can put a pin in the insinuation here, but what she means, of course, is what I described before, that she is claiming, or the insinuation is that Israel was using these Egyptian planes as camouflage, and thus the key to solving Charlie's assassination is to recognize that. There's an individual online, a quite popular X account called Kanakoa the Great, that purchased the full flight data from various flight websites, bought subscriptions, thousands of dollars worth of subscriptions.
Yeah, InfoWars, that's the InfoWars video. Even InfoWars is debunking this. The pyramid planes,
these flight tracking databases, put together a more comprehensive analysis to see
Tales
if
of the Levant sent $5. She's
Nancy
a wish.
Drew.
Nancy Drew.
Yeah. Somebody needs to make a meme of her with like a Sherlock Holmes hat and a magnifying glass. Or I think I've seen the meme of Candace like pulling off the Scooby-Doo mask and something being underneath.
Information on that spreadsheet was even accurate to begin with.
Is this Bonnie Blue? I'm telling my kids this was Bonnie Blue.
Because if you look at the way that I debunked it, I did like surface level debunking here, just looking at those particular parameters of what constitutes an overlap. I assumed for the sake of the argument, or for the sake of the debunking, I should say, that maybe that was the flight pattern of the planes. Maybe that was Erica Kirk's travel. I did not question that premise. Kanakoa said no, he purchased all this data, and 66% of the locations where the Egyptian planes were claimed to be on the spreadsheet were wrong, and 60% were so wrong they were on the wrong continent.
Wow.
You were on the wrong continent. We can show pictures.
Oh my gosh, who could imagine?
Put this up on his X account, and you can see the red is the flights that are incorrect on that spreadsheet. The rest of them, I suppose, are accurate. But look at how many red. Look at how many red. It undermines the entire the whole. It's the foundation, right? The foundation of the spreadsheet. The two things are completely wrong, and it's not just the definition of overlap and the narrowing of parameters. It's not just the fact that these that Kanakoa found that these flights were wrong. Other individuals have also purchased this. And
I think I heard an explanation that like where they were going is some like big hub for planes. Like any of the true overlaps was like some big hub for some reason where lots of planes go to.
Individuals have also purchased the same sort of data.
All right, we get the point. The planes shit is just retarded. Tucker's retarded. Candace is retarded. Another debunked element to their theory, right? Okay, now I want to hear this. I haven't seen this yet. I didn't watch any of it. Alex Jones and Nick discussing Candace Owens.
And I looked at from other people saying stuff didn't turn out to be true. And I know now the last straw for me last week was Tyler Robinson in court with the trans flag tie. Find that B-roll. And he just you're watching him and he looks like Jeffrey Dahmer, and he's turning around. He's all proud of himself. You know, he's laughing. The leftist lawyers love him.
Yeah. Is he a Mossad actor? Is that going to be the cope for that? Was he a patsy? Then why is he not saying, "I'm been set up, I didn't do it"? No, oh no, he's in on it. No, he'll be sipping drinks on Tel Aviv with Charlie Kirk when all this is done, right? Okay, sure.
At least 10 people that said he's going to be dead, in the next few days. And so I did confirm Cash Patel said no investigation into that. So there is some type of cover-up going, but I don't know of what. But the idea, knowing the TPUSA people, a lot of them for a decade, I know how intelligence operations work. You don't include all these people killing him. So we heard, they killed him on the stage, the lapel mic, a pop-up deal, a guy in front of him, a guy behind him.
Electrocuted.
Then it was airplanes and this and that.
Yeah. And then it was, I've heard drones. It wasn't the shooter. It was really drones taking the shots.
It's just not the way the world works. And so I saw all of this so destructive, definitely hurt Trump at the polls. And then I just wonder where all this is going. And then I wonder if we're ever going to get any real answers. And I know you've been a critic of Candace Owens. I just know that when one issue, there's like a soap opera that can't be answered.
Yep.
Because there is questions, but then it's just this endless
total trap.
Getting to the answers.
Candace is the psyop
this whole
here.
Fiasco.
Well, I think she's an amateur conspiracy theorist. I think that she's somebody who, for many years,
armchair amateur
writing her script for her. She had Ben Shapiro writing her script. She had Charlie Kirk writing her script, and it was easy enough to go and say that black people are going to vote Republican for Brexit and whatever she was supposed to say at Daily Wire. Now that she writes her own script and she sort of glommed onto this conspiracy stuff.
Hey, he looks pretty sus. It must be MK Ultra. Pretty sus.
She really doesn't know.
I don't believe it. Feels like, guys, feels like I'm watching a movie right now. Do you feel that? Do you guys, hey, just asking questions. Feels a little weird. Right, Ian?
Know how to create a theory, a conjecture, a postulate. She doesn't know how those things work. And you're right. If there's going to be some sort of grand conspiracy, you compartmentalize it. You don't get 2,000 people in a room from France, Israel, Egypt, the admin, this and that law enforcement agency and Turning Point and say, all right, everybody, so we're going to plant the explosive microphone and then we're going to do this and then you compartmentalize it. And you probably have a handful of people on a need-to-know basis, and maybe it's one faction of one intel agency. That's typically how these things unfold. But this is a person who is really just looking at anything based on other heuristics, like
and squinting and going, seems pretty sus.
So it's a cover-up of a money thing, and there was some foreign people with foreign phones in the audience. So it's a foreign intelligence conspiracy.
Yeah.
And just kind of going based on things that we've seen in the past, similar patterns, putting them all together into, I don't even know what the theory is at this point. And it's like you say,
false pattern recognition, but you're almost being too.
Yeah, Jones knows all about it.
Kind here. There was a sophistication, I think she is having somebody advise her, the sophistication, kind of the Q 2.0, esoteric, Gnostic level of it, or maybe she's just, herself has some delusions, and so maybe she was projecting that on, but I did see some genius there.
Well, she's certainly good at what she does. It is a soap opera, and it's a serial. Every day we're going to check in and hear about the crazy new thing.
There's reports and rumors now. People are saying that she was jealous, that she was snubbed and didn't get invited to Charlie's wedding, and that she loved Charlie and wanted to be with him or something. Also, there's rumors about that type of thing.
And you're right. There is something maybe sophisticated and Gnostic about it. I look at this guy who's been supporting her, John Mappin. I don't know why nobody's talking about John Mappin, the Scientologist, the heir to the jeweler that creates the crown jewels for the British royal family. Mm-hmm. He allegedly
How about Goldco? Wellness company and Goldco, too. Aren't they sponsors of her?
Introduced her and her husband. He's been so supportive. She retweets him. He's writing letters to her. He was best friends with Charlie Kirk. His wife is from Russia. I don't know why nobody's talking about that guy. No one's talking about George Farmer. They all met through Turning Point UK. So you have Turning Point USA. She met her husband through Turning Point UK. She made a bag off of Turning Point USA and Turning Point UK. So there's definitely something suspicious going on there. Maybe a foreign intelligence play.
That means a lot of money for
talking about the French and the
non-Zoomers
president and the French president's wife and France's involvement in this. So there could be some sophistication there.
Call it Russian ops. Hey, Jones does that too. Call it a Russian ops like you've been doing everywhere else.
There is a conspiracy. Nick. No one's talking about the Mormon mafia. I don't believe that there's some grand conspiracy to kill Charlie Kirk. I think, like you say, it's Tyler Robinson. And when you saw him make his court appearance, he's wearing a trans tie. And why would he be the patsy? If they're supposed to be, if this is about Israel or some other thing, why do you pick some hick lib, white guy, pro-trans activist? Why would he be the patsy? And where are his parents? Where are the people like trying to defend him? It doesn't even
not really the ideal. Yeah, not the ideal patsy, right?
To the extent that there is a cover-up, it would be about the Mormon mafia because the killing happened in Utah. Turning Point is a Mormon organization. It's Utah Public Safety that's doing the investigation. I never even heard of that on her show. She never even talks about that. Instead, she's talking about her dreams and beekeepers and almost everything else. So,
and by the way, I'm not bashing Mormons in general. A lot of them are great conservative people, but I
haven't heard the Mormon
angle. The Mormons have percentage the highest number in federal law enforcement and intelligence.
I've heard that too.
So all you're saying,
I wonder if that's true. I've heard it.
Area, it's a zone where you could definitely, if you wanted to change the outcome of something, do it.
Exactly. And it's strange that it happened there because that is a zone of control where they would have a lot of influence, where they have like a mafia-like kind of stranglehold. And that was never brought up, which is interesting. And I think that it's very comparable to QAnon. This is like QAnon 2.0, where all these people have been whipped up and deputized, and it's basically just destroyed people's faith in anything. It's sort of interesting. After her meeting with Erica Kirk, she did her show yesterday, and all the top comments were saying, Candace got the call. Candace made a deal. We can't trust her. But I saw many of the comments also said, now I'm just done with politics. They're fatigued. They're literally fatigued. And they have been so wound up and twisted by this whole thing. Now that Candace is backing down and walking back all the claims, now they're saying, well, I'm just done with politics because I don't know what to believe. There's no one that's telling the truth. And
post-truth. She post-truth, everybody. She injected extreme confusion, demoralizing everybody that everything's an op and everything's fake and we can't do anything about it and we just got to have faith and trust the plan and keep listening to podcasts. That is kind of it reminds me of like the active measures. What's that movie, Adam Curtis, where they're just like everything's disinfo and then you know that it's disinfo and nobody knows what to believe. Extreme confusion and demoralization.
So there you have it. There is the proof in and of itself. This has destroyed the confidence of the people in any kind of conspiracy theory, in any kind of alternative media. Because if you have alternative media gaslighting the people, oh, it's the French, it's beekeepers, it's a spiritual battle happening in my dreams when I go to sleep at night. And then you walk it back, then people say, well, you know what? Clearly this is just too complex or too corrupt. I'm just done with all of it.
When in reality, it really goes down to not signing UN treaties, not giving up.
Okay. Kind of weak. Not the best segment. What else do we have here? This is going to be saved for tomorrow, I think. Tomorrow. Let's see. What is this? Watch her face. Did I cover this stuff here? Yeah, this is the stuff we covered. Dude, her face, the way her face lit up. Oh, I had one where it was like, how much money are you making? That's what I want to look for. Oh, this is where I left off. I haven't seen this one yet.
I don't know how you handle this, Eric. I don't know how to be dragged into, you were involved in the death and all this crazy, evil stuff.
Oh, it's sick.
God bless you.
It's sick.
God bless you. It is.
my family means everything to me. Turning Point USA has always been in our life and has always been so good to Charlie, and Charlie was good to his team. Everyone loved Charlie.
Yeah.
I get that. Everyone wants an answer to this evil. And sometimes the answer is very clear.
Yeah.
The truth is very clear.
Are you worried? Well, and one question, and then we'll go into what the real answer is. Are you concerned about his assassin is in court today? Are you concerned about being able to have a jury that's not been tainted?
No, it's a real thing, Glenn, and you get this. A lot of people don't, and I think that we need to.
Yeah, all it takes is one Charlie Kirk truther Candace stan on the jury and he gets acquitted.
A better job of educating our citizens about our court systems. A lot of people don't know how an actual trial plays out. I am very curious about how the United Healthcare case plays out. We are living in a day and age where social media can absolutely impact. I feel it can. The reason I say that is because I don't want a tainted jury pool. I want justice for my husband. Anytime we have leads, anytime we hear anything, we send it to the authorities. We're not messing around. None of us are involved in my husband's murder. None of us. Turning Point USA, myself, any of these other crazy accusations.
Why are you pretty sus that she's like denying it? Did you see her eyes when she said she wasn't involved? Feels a little sus.
None of us.
That's the extent of this evidence, supposed evidence.
And so I want
I could do it too.
Our team who's on this case to do what we hired them to do and take care of this. And the unfortunate part is that everyone's acting as if the case and the trial is going to be tomorrow. It's not. Glenn, you know this. The case is not going to be, in full transparency, we're looking at end of 26, beginning of 27 probably. This is not something that is going to be happening tomorrow. Say it again?
Well, it's. How do you get a jury with that much time and what's happening? And quite honestly, I don't need you to comment on this, but I think mental illness is involved in some of this.
See, now it's Kanye. You talk about Jews, you're Kanye or you're Candace Owens. You're a mentally ill black person. You're a pizza delivery driver like Ian Carroll. You're a kooky Christian that thinks Jews killed God and have black magic power for worshiping the devil. That's how you're going to be perceived. All the mainstream media and all the big influencers and all the masses, that's what they're going to hear.
Stuff that is online.
Yeah,
I think it's really,
and Glenn,
honestly,
I'll be honest,
I feel bad.
I am not going to waste my time. I'm not going to waste my time in combating people, going toe to toe, calling people names. I don't
see, and then they're like, why didn't they do it public? Oh, they did it privately behind the scenes. You think she wants to go through any more of this bullshit public to appease the people that are harassing and traumatizing her probably over all of this? As if the murder of her husband wasn't bad enough, now all of these people are rubbing salt in the wound and twisting
Dirty
the
Rick
knife.
sent $20 /Adam Green. Come on,
Thank you,
guys,
Dirty
let's
Rick.
support Adam.
Yeah, I think we're about to hit the 300. The goal. We'll get a celebration.
That's just not me. That's not how Charlie operated. There's no reason for me to go down a dark place like that. I'm so tired of the fracture. What drives me nuts is that Charlie, he has...
Yeah, you when they feed the trolls, like they have been responding to some of Candace's claims, when they feed them, do they stop? Do they admit, okay, I was wrong about that, I'm probably wrong, probably nothing there? No, they just keep going. They keep doubling down. When Candace says, oh, I promise I'll stop if Erica tells me to stop, and then she says stop, did you think she was really going to stop? This is what feeding the trolls does.
Worked and provided and has blessed us with so much, like literally his book. He has blessed us with so much wisdom, so much. He's just such a good thought leader. He blessed us with laser focus on the mission, on saving this country. But instead, we're so focused on who did what. Like, yes, we will figure all that out. Yes, this is a murder case. He did not die in a car crash. Yes, that will be handled. But my husband's legacy is not
into
about
homelessness.
his murder. My husband's legacy is what he left behind.
Crazy. Are you really asking who wrote Charlie's book? Charlie's on video talking about the book he wrote. He's on video all the time talking about why he thinks it's important for people to observe the Sabbath. I hope you're joking, crazy Icka Fox. Does that seem out of the character of Charlie to write a kosher book like that? No, it's completely on brand for Charlie. All right, we'll cover that stuff next show. We covered that. Oh, here's some of the latest. I wanted to cover this too.
And I mean absolutely no one. And I mean absolutely no one outside of my husband and Erica Kirk has the power to shut me up right now. That's it. No.
That was a lie. Tim Pool, breaking news about Candace Owens from Tim Pool. Let's hear it.
Fact. I've seen the text. Candace was saying she hated Charlie Kirk 2 months before he was murdered. Okay, she was. And there's more to that story. And I just think the people who are, having the conversation with her need to come out and say it. A lot of people have sent me a lot of stories about Candace. Some of them are very, very bad. And I've not reported on them because it's more female-coded drama stuff. Like, there's one story that a high-profile person sent me from a fundraiser where they're accusing her of doing bad mom things. And I'm like, well, maybe if we were like... Well, on Friday, we're having a conversation with House and Habit. Maybe that's for them to talk about. I'm not going to get into that stuff.
Ashes from Alexandria says he would turn Erica Kirk into his Valkyrie queen. Well, she may need a white knight. Maybe you could be the man. You could save her from the Judeo-Christian rabbi hole. Turn her pagan. Then she won't be forgiving Charlie's killer. She will avenge Charlie and crush Candace. Not turn the other cheek on Candace. No, I mean, she was really good for Charlie. Charlie was, although he was such a, important figure, if it wasn't for his clout, Charlie would have never pulled someone that looks like Erica. That we can agree on. Ladies and gentlemen. Daily Mail claims, insiders claim Candace Owens became jealous of Charlie Kirk's wife after wedding snub and raged at staffers. I mean, she was a beauty pageant winner. A little nepotism might have been involved there. I don't know. We'll see. But she's I don't even want to say it. We all know. If you know, you know.
Today, I'm going to tell you guys, So look, I'm going to be honest, I've never played chess before, but I do feel like I am a little bit of a chess master because I know the game the feds are...
Oh my God. Did you guys hear that? Well, I don't know how to play chess, but I'm a chess master. Dude, you don't get done. Oh,
what an idiot. What an idiot. Oh, what a loser.
Oh my God, that is so funny. One more time, ready? The chess master that doesn't know how to play chess.
So look, I'm going to be honest, I've never played chess before, but I do feel like I am a little bit of a chess master because I know...
Dunning-Kruger effect, totally. Swindler's List says, please make it stop. 5-dimensional chess, yeah. She feels like a chess master, yes. She doesn't know how to play. She doesn't know how to be an investigative detective, but she feels like she can. We was chess masters. Oh, dude, this is so fucking funny. I hadn't seen this yet.
So look, I'm going to be honest. I've never played chess before, but I do feel like I am a little bit of a chess master because I know.
Checkmate. Checkmate Mossad. Yeah, we went from Bobby Fischer to this. Oh, how we have fallen. And these pieces don't add up. The Black Queen. Yes, the Black Queen Master. Thank you, Biodigital Goblin. Oh, man. I want to just clip just that part. Oh, she thinks she's so... God, did I not say? I said on the show last night, she's like a dumb person that thinks they're really smart. Perfect example of it right there.
So look, I'm going to be honest. I've never played chess before, but I do feel like I am a little bit of a chess master because I know the game the feds are playing, the military is playing. It's basically a psychological operation right now, employing all their troops yesterday to call me a fraud. Everyone stopped watching. Candace has been bought and paid for. Like, we were so botted yesterday. But obviously, I have been sitting on stuff for a very long time. I have always known that you have to piecemeal things to separate the wheat from the chaff. Today, I'm going to tell you guys.
Yeah, like a true cult leader. Don't listen to everyone calling her retarded. Don't. You got to be a loyal follower. You got to stick with it. We're separating the wheat from the chaff. Come on.
Photos. I've never shared this before.
Yeah. I'm being paid by TPUSA. Yeah, I've always been the anti-Zionist guy, but yeah. TPUSA are Zionist traitors, just like Charlie Kirk was. All right. Three fives. Yeah. JV chess master. Timu chess master. What is it? I was a chess master in my mind.
Have photos of Charlie's SUV after the assassination. That's A. B, I'm now going to tell you how the feds were involved at the hospital after Charlie's assassination. I'm also going to tell you
next on the Charlie Kirk Truther drama. Timu Chessmaster.
The real story of how the gun was found. All of this involves the feds. Every layer of this involves the feds. And we're going to talk about what Cash was doing in the days leading up to the assassination. I sense their panic. Sorry, I got cut off there, but I sense their panic, and we all sense their panic right now, and they're like trying to...
She's like, guys, I'd never played chess before, but I had a dream that I was moving the pieces around, and I took the Black Queen, and I just knocked all the pieces off the board. And I don't know what that means, but I feel like... Yeah.
Like push this last piece of the psychological operation, which is like, don't believe in any politicians. Even Candace has sold out. Candace is sold out. She took the buddy. This is a mind game, and I am telling you, we are very close. Like, we are so close. I genuinely believe
we are so close.
Fully involved at every layer of this. And we're going to go back to Camp Huachuca. The
massive conspiracy. We're right about to break it. Hang on to the edge of your seat.
Which is like, don't believe in any politicians. Even Candace has sold out. Candace is sold out. She took the buddy. This is a mind game, and I am telling you, we are very close. Like, we are so close. I genuinely believe the feds were fully involved at every layer of this, and we're going to go back to Camp Huachuca, the Fort Huachuca, Fort Huachuca in Arizona, that story that we told that made the feds freak out in the first place.
Oh, everybody's freaking out.
You're going to walk away. And you're just going to be like, you know what? Respect you, Candace.
They're so scared. Respect.
For holding
things
down.
Put the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Candace. The Queen. Our Savior. Queen Candace. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Her dreams?
A dream, but it is soon going to be revealed that it's actually, like I just said.
This was months ago. Soon to be revealed. Up in the next episode, all will be revealed. Wait and see.
Like I just said, had a vivid dream this weekend, and Charlie came to me and he told me that he was betrayed. And so for me, you don't have to believe that, but I do believe that. And it was the immediate sense I got, actually. And I don't know who exactly it is that.
She sensed it. She dreamed it and sensed it and felt it. She doesn't know how to play chess, but she's actually the chess master. The whole house of cards is about to collapse.
betrayed him, but I also felt in the dream that it is soon going to be revealed, that it's actually inevitable that it is going to be revealed.
Inevitable.
There's nothing and no one.
I felt in my dream that it's all about to be revealed.
That is going to stop the truth from coming out, and it is going to have international consequences. Take that to the bank. Quote me on that.
Take it to the bank.
Women tend to have a strong, like I just said.
Oh my gosh. I hope this is the last one. I can't handle anymore.
People just like you and me. Oh man, that is what I love about you, Kate. You've got a personality.
So when you feel something so deeply,
we're human. I mean,
here's the one. I want to do Candace making money. Look, she won't answer the question. She's exploded to the #1 podcast because of this scandal. It's all about her. She's making more money than ever.
Yeah, but you haven't answered the question.
Tailsoft Levant sent $5.
That's funny.
Lamau Schizo was groveling to this biatch while you've been calling this out from the get-go.
More ads? Do we put this somewhere else?
That's right.
The views you get
No.
on YouTube,
So,
the more money
did
you
I
make.
sell a T-shirt?
There are, as you know, right now, a lot of people, from Tim Pool to the New York Post to others,
thanks, Tales of
very
Levant,
stridently in the last week, and say that's exactly what you've been doing with Erica Kirk.
Yeah, but you haven't answered the question. So this is just made up. As I said, this is just all fluff. You're suggesting that I'm making money. Did I sign a new advertiser? Are we reading more ads? Do we put this somewhere else? Do we sign
the more
a book
views
deal
you get on YouTube.
Yeah, you're monetized on YouTube. You're gaining in subscribers.
Did I sell a T-shirt? Okay, but like, come on now, Pierce. Money on YouTube? Are you kidding me? I was already in a top 10 podcast globally before Charlie Kirk was assassinated. And if you think that I would
Zorndarium
want my
sent
friend to be
$5. Now
assassinated
you
so I
can
could
see
go-
what the Jew saw in this monkey. She is star material.
Star material. Yeah, a black woman is speaking. Star material. Come on. Is that not the face you see with their wagging their finger like at the manager? Go in Shaniqua mode.
From being in the top 5 to being #1, you're out of your mind.
No,
Okay,
I'm telling you,
it's so disrespectful.
I'm telling you.
But like the point is that everyone who is saying that I'm making more money cannot say how I'm making more money because it's just not true. Okay, so you're like, oh, she got a bump in viewership talking about
your
Charlie.
YouTube
As did
numbers
everyone in the world because it was a public assassination. And then it went up in the weeks following, and it went back to normal.
Candace, are your YouTube numbers up since you've been doing the Charlie Kirk investigations?
What I am saying to you is that this.
She can't. That's a yes. That's a big fat yes.
This is the exact same argument you guys had about Brigitte. So it can't. And then the same exact.
Yeah, but
same
I think you were
argument
lying about Brigitte.
Yeah, you're lying about that too. Exactly. She's gonna get sued for that too. Okay, we'll cover that tomorrow. Laura Loomer's getting married. Guys, are we going to hit the goal here? It looks like we're 30 away from the goal. I'm not stopping. I shouldn't ever say I'm not stopping until we hit the goal, because then if you guys want me to keep going, you don't donate. It's kind of counterintuitive. But here's Loomer's getting married. I'm guessing there's his golden eagle. I'm guessing it's, God, he's looking golden in this video. The lights are reflecting off that golden eagle and lighting him up as the hunter Esau. Laura Loomer, I'm guessing, marrying a goy. That's why we haven't heard the name or seen the photos. She is a traitor to her people.
We have a very beautiful young woman, very low-key, not controversial at all, Laura Loomer. And where's Laura?
Don't leave, leaf blower.
Where's your boyfriend? You're getting married. There's another couple that are getting married. When are you getting married?
We don't know yet. We haven't announced it. So you're the first one out.
Oh, he's making it up. Is she there with a dude?
You got a great woman.
Swindler's List says, Nick says Candace's viewers are medieval peasants. Well, all of the Groyper Christian anti-Semitism is the epitome of medieval peasants. That's what the Jews always say. Oh, it's medieval anti-Semitism.
She's on the tough side. She's not. She's got a big heart. She just cares a lot about the country. That's so sweet. But she really cares about the country.
Oh, yeah. She really cares about the country, Israel. All right, here's... We'll do the... I want to cover this on the next stream. We'll cover some of this Christian stuff on the next stream. There's some more clips of Trump talking about the marijuana declassification. I want to see that. I want to see this historic statements from the president. They've been talking about this forever.
I want to emphasize that the order I am about to sign is not the legalization, or it doesn't legalize marijuana in any way, shape, or form, and in no way sanctions its use as a recreational drug. It has nothing to do with it. Just as the prescription painkillers may have...
You know it's serious because there's doctors everywhere behind him.
Irreversible damage and never, if you look at some of the damage that can be...
We got all the doctors here, folks.
Wreck lives, and if it's abused, it's never safe to use powerful controlled substances in recreational manners, and especially in this case, if you take a look, illegal and unregulated drugs, very, very bad thing. So I've always told my children, don't take drugs, no drinking, no smoking.
Thank you, Skunky
Stay away
Tron.
from drugs. I
appreciate the work.
Hey,
They
man,
would
we
look
got
at me
that
and they said, "Dad, would you stop saying
Skunkatron.
that?" I would say every time I...
Oh, what do we got here?
Practically.
Hold on.
Young American.
What? But I literally confessed to it. I was going into my parents and I found my DNA and the bullhead rifle my grandfather gave me.
Do you know how dumb people are? Do you know how dumb people on the internet are?
Yeah.
She said the Jews killed Charlie, then the French government, then Egyptians.
This is fake.
Now she's
Lip.
saying it was
This is
turning
fake, right?
That doesn't even really make any sense. How do you just kind of jump from thing to thing like that? Our fans are stupid.
This is not real,
They
right?
actually think they're going to crack this case.
Yeah,
But-
this is fake
But
audio.
there's so much evidence against me.
The average Candace Owens fan makes Forrest Gump look like Oppenheimer.
That's funny.
You can use that.
Thank you.
We have to.
It's
enter
not
a
real.
plea. I'm thinking insanity. Obviously, if you plead guilty, you'll get lethal injection. What do you want to do?
I don't know. Any chance you think Candace cracks the case?
Crack what case? Everyone with half a brain knows you did it.
I was just goofing. I just thought that might be a funny joke to make.
Really funny stuff.
I was almost in an improv troupe once, but you know the kind of guts you need to get up there?
I love improv.
It's the best.
All right, the judge is about to be seated no matter what. Don't do
Dude,
anything.
he just looks like a psychopath that would do something like that. No, he's a Mossad actor, man. He's a crisis actor. Yeah, now you know why they call me Adam Green. Exactly. Thank you, Frog Eyes.
About to sign is not the legalization, or it doesn't legalize marijuana in any way, shape, or form, and in no way sanctions its use as a recreational drug. It has nothing to do with it. Just as the prescription painkillers may have legitimate uses, but can also do irreversible damage and never, if you look at some of the damage that can be caused, wreck lives, and if it's abused, it's never safe to use powerful controlled substances in recreational manners. And
Birchbone
especially in this case,
Sent
if you take a
$5
look,
ironic that Trump says he told his kids not to do. He's definitely on something most of the time, and Don Jr. is coked out of his gourd every time he gets behind a camera.
Yeah, I know that's been the rumor, and I don't know if it's confirmed that he does coke, but I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it for a second.
illegal and unregulated drugs, very, very bad thing. So I've always told my children, don't take drugs, no drinking, no smoking, and just stay away from drugs. I have been, they would look at me and they said, Dad, would you stop saying that? I would say every time I looked at it practically. Young Americans are especially at risk, so unless a drug is recommended by a doctor for medical reasons, just don't do it. At the same time, the facts compel the federal government to recognize that marijuana can be legitimate in terms of medical applications when carefully administered in some cases. This may include the use as a substitute for addictive and potentially lethal opioid painkillers. They cause tremendous problems. This can do it in a
Edom Morlode says, don't be cool, Trump.
much lesser way.
Just say no. I always tell my kids, just say no to drugs.
Feel much better that are living through tremendous pain and problems. 40 states and multiple U.S. territories have already recognized the use of medical marijuana. This reclassification order will make it far easier to conduct marijuana-related medical research, allowing us to study benefits, potential dangers, and future treatments. It's going to have a tremendously positive impact.
back on.
I can only tell you that when you see polls of 82% of the people want this, when I have friends that are really, really sick and they've gone through, I guess you could say, unfortunately, I don't want to become too involved in it because I don't want it happening, but these are people that really know what's going on. Very smart people. This is one of the most successful people in the country and a very brilliant guy. And when they go through
weed stops the MK Ultra
of cancer or other things.
Stoners don't start revolutions. Dude, it's a revolution of your mind, bro. You ever seen a revolution? Revolution won't be televised. It'll be on Peter Thiel's Rumble and Google.
And they realize that
and Elon's X. We are the media now, goy.
The side effects of some of the drugs where you're just totally knocked out and out of it. But I'd like to have one of the doctors maybe respond because you people do it better than anyone.
I'm happy to respond. Yes. I mean, and my answer.
This doctor looks a little looks like Barry Weiss mixed with Congresswoman Jacobs.
For how long? And it has to protect neither the adolescents nor the adults. We have 20 million people in the United States with a cannabis use disorder. This is not legal.
Hey, man. Bob Marley marching to Zion. Exodus. Zion. Reggae. Reggae is this is a joke. Reggae. What if reggae and Bob Marley was like a Jewish psyop to get everybody to believe in Yah? To be dumb stoners and believe the Bible. Pretty weird, man.
It's making easier to do research so that we can use it when it is indicated and optimal.
So it's also a big part of this is research. In other words, you'll now have a much larger sample, and you'll
find the real killer, man.
It's as good as many people say it is. I mean, people say
Lion from Zion, man.
And you'll be able to find that out now.
Jah, Rastafari, praise Hashem, and Yahweh. Keep the soul content. I chant for the farmers. I think that's all we got today, guys. That is all we have for today. I love you all. Big stream, 2.5 hours. We just smashed the goal. You guys are amazing. We smashed the goal every day this week. The return. The week of return. Where's my thing? That's not. Here we go. You guys are awesome.
Woohoo! They're nice.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Yeah, baby.
Thank y'all. Come again.
Appreciate you all. Please, I hope you all have a happy holidays coming up. A good end of the new year. A good Yule. A good pagan solstice. Whatever you want to call it. Clip the show. Subscribe star link below. Still a couple t-shirts left. If you haven't got a t-shirt, I saw somebody bought one today. I'll work on getting some new ones. I'm going to work on the book really hard over the weekend. Happy Hanukkah, of course. I forgot Hanukkah. To all the Jews in the chat. Yo, give us a big J in the chat if you're Jewish. Okay, I'm joking. Don't do that. Don't you guys pretend and do your J's. Only G's for Goy. Kwanzaa, happy Kwanzaa to Candace Owens and Kanye West. All right, appreciate you guys for the support. Love you. I will see you guys again. Maybe tomorrow. Not sure. But I still got a bunch of stuff to cover. I got all these tabs. I got a whole show plan of the Instagram disinfo. Maybe do some collabs. I might be ready for set up some collabs and interviews. Maybe some panels again for the holidays. I don't know. We will see. But you guys have a nice night. Share the link, clip the show, leave a comment, and I will see you guys again very soon. Take care.